We say Puppey too. They have had Zai play it, so
Yeah,
we talk about
that's true. That's true.
5-position tied. AA. What role is he going?
Liquid knows. They know early.
Yeah. Well, they only have 6 seconds left on their bonus time. They've definitely already used most of it. It's Morphling.
Yeah.
Man, I'm favoring Team Secret quite a bit after this draft. I think their team fight is way better. I think their laning phase, God said, could be their weak spot, but you never know. You just cut some creep wave with Tide. You could do a tri-lane. With the new AA, it's a little bit worse, but I just favor heavy team fight in general in most of these games. But it is.
So here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The first game of this best of 5 between Team Liquid and Team Secret off to a start. Bog, looking at some of these heroes, what's jumping out to you? You pointed it out to me to start with. It is Yapzor on the Tide.
It is indeed. That is a very interesting change-up. It looks like they are also going to be running some type of aggro, trying to put the pressure on. Also, we looked at the draft, right? They opened with OD, a bit of a change-up. We know it's a very popular mid one here. For me, I saw that and I was like, all right, they're trying to deter and make it so Liquid doesn't want to pick this Morphling. But Liquid, they go for it anyway, even into an AA, which is one of the more natural counters. Sure, Morphling can now play around it because you have your Morph, so you can switch HP pools and then you can avoid that breaking since you drop pretty low. But still is definitely very tough to play against the AA because your Morph doesn't work in the early stages, and they have a lot of disable as well versus it.
I mean, how hard is it to play in a game where there is an OD? Like, what is it that's so strong about the OD in the game against the Morph? Is there a certain point of the game where it's just, this Morph's going to get focused and have all his stolen? Like, how hard is this for Miracle?
It just, a lot of the times you're pretty low HP inside of the fights, and your strength is that you're going to morph up. The thing about OD is, you do one of the highest burst damages in the game. You walk in, you get a big OD ulti on top of that Morphling. Look at Morphling's intelligence as well. You have to itemize in order to be able to get there. Probably that Scotty in the later stages so that he can actually have the stats to deal with that OD. Speaking of OD also, since they did open with it, we're looking at Liquid's draft, and they have, I think Tsunami was mentioning it, a lot of silence. OD does not really like playing against that too much, so the itemization might be an early BKB for mid one, just if he wants to be playing versus that in particular.
Yeah, it certainly feels like he is going to have to do so. As the lanes as they'll start, of course, Matu taking the Drow to mid. He'll go for the 1-for-1 here up against that OD. The tri-lanes beginning on the side, both teams getting aggressive. As bottom lane, already a bit of an attempt onto Miracle, but he has got the shift. Is it enough? It's not, he's dead! Secret, they'll get first blood as Miracle gets caught out. Underestimating the control and damage from that AA.
They didn't even, that wasn't even with a gush. That was just him dying to the two ranged heroes right-clicking him. And Miracle ports back down. They're going to look to go on this Morphling immediately. And you see Liquid already. They're starting to make some adjustments.
Liquid's got to send someone else down here to give Miracle a bit of a helping hand as he's struggling against the 3 heroes of Secret. GH will be there by his side to offer some sort of safety, but Miracle has to be careful. Secret with this tri-lane really putting the pressure onto the Morph in the laning stage.
They just got this fantastic lane setup because Zai went top as well. He had his own sentry. They actually gave the Sand King 2 sentries to make sure that he can Sandstorm and stay versus that tri-lane that was there. So Zai gets the whole first wave. He doesn't get all the last hits, but he just stays inside of the wave as a Sand King. And now he's versus a Darkseer. They've even warded and blocked several of their camps to make sure that they can have Zai have a good game.
And down bottom, Liquid, they're trying to break into the tri-lane of Secret, but GH is focused, he's frozen, GH is dead. Miracle will try and find Puppey, the Thunderstrike upon him and a waveform forward. Liquid will get the trade. As they'll take the 1-for-1, Yapzor now could also be the focus as Miracle, with a high hand, Agi punching into him very hard. He has to back off. So Liquid now having the 3 down here, making sure that Miracle has got that backup and they can start to get the Morphling farm and have an answer to the tri-lane of Secret.
Massive creep wave coming in for Secret. They're going to be level 2, 2.5 on some of their heroes here. So Liquid, they're going to have to be careful in these next few upcoming moments when they're going to get pressured. Their Spirit's still only level 1. Same thing with that Disruptor. Morphling is 2 though. Looking at the other lanes, we're going to start seeing we see these 1v1 matchups. Darkseer versus these, just whoever can out-efficiency each other. Darkseer doesn't have that many camps available, as we were mentioning. There's a lot blocked. We saw Secret put 2 wards actually to block their camps, and I believe they were able to at least de-ward one that was blocked by Liquid. So Zai will be manipulating and moving around, trying to keep the farm, but MC will be ahead.
It's bottom lane. Once again, Yapzor getting caught on the front lines. The Thunderstrike of the waveform for Miracle. He's going to go for the kill. He will get it, but Miracle, can he keep himself alive for this one? He can. They're still moving in on towards Nisha. Kuro with the kinetic field, locking Nisha down. The roll forward from GH. Nisha is still alive. He's getting himself underneath the tower, but GH is trying to chase the gush from Yapzor. Will slow GH down as Nisha can turn. Kill off GH. Nisha will survive. Back down in the lane, Miracle and Puppey still going at it with one another. As Miracle will have to walk back. He is out of regen, only those 4-1 charges that he's holding on to at the moment. And GH, nothing to offer him in terms of heals.
They're getting Nisha a little bit more farm in particular in comparison to Miracle, but Miracle's gotten 2 kills. So Battle of Regen we'll start to see coming out as Miracle has no tangos or salve, GH no tango salve. We see Kuroki does come down, bring a salve and 2 tangos, but Secret, they're going to have more regen.
Bottom, GH with the rolling, kicks Yapso back closer towards Miracle. Just have to be careful how he extends in. Underneath his tower, Nisha can lay down Spark Graves and have turnaround potential if Miracle gets a little too greedy, but he's playing it cool. Keeps the wave coming back in, Puppey. Straight back to the bottom lane as well. Looking around this 4-minute rune spawner. Is an invis down bottom. GH with the block up onto Yapso, but GH is taking a heavy damage hit from the tide. Yapso moves in, does get kicked back. Thunderstrike on Yapso, bringing him down low, but Kuro's frozen. Anchor smash from Yapso. Secret get the kill. And GH will be able to grab that invis up top. Mind control, just able to run down Zai with the Iron Shells and gets a solo kill.
And Zai's missing so much experience under the tower here. I think he missed almost a full creep wave and a half or so. See that Darkseer really starting to benefit so much out of this top lane. That's going to be a really early dominator. And we've seen what Mind Control's been able to do throughout this tournament with that. That can put a lot of pressure on the lane. So you could just surge a creep in behind mid one very early on because how early he's going to have it. Mid lane, pretty much trade farm coming out between the two of them. Not an exciting matchup to watch. We're going to be watching bottom. Bottom's a lot of fun.
That's GH. Still with that invis rune that he did pick up at the 4-minute mark. Secret have to be careful. If he's able to get a sort of kickoff onto one of them, could set up for some action, but as it is, they'll head back towards the 5-minute runes.
Bounty trades.
Will be 2 apiece between the teams. Secret moving in again towards Miracle. GH and Kura are here though. GH able to roll and get the stun off onto Yapso. They'll try focusing the tide with that Thunderstrike. Miracle, he's actually looking towards Nisha. Nisha getting brought very low. Now towards Yapso. Adaptive strikes out. Yapso surely going to die here. Miracle waveforms forward. He'll get the kill. Now turn towards Puppey. They do lose Kuroki. And Miracle staying alive. He's still a little behind in CS, but he's getting a lot of these kills down bottom. GH immediately rotation towards the mid lane. He's on top of mid one. Mid one turning. Will get GH. Can Matuba finish up the kill? That's the question. He's trying. The ult's there. It's not enough. Matu does claim the kill onto mid one. The Sanity's Eclipse won't allow him to bring the Drow with him.
Having those triple early Wraith Bands, just stats early on, going to be very good versus that OD. Only a null right now on that OD as well, but he does get a trade kill. At least he gets the Earth Spirit inside that rotation. And incredibly early game rotations, but it's exactly even pretty much. 13 kills in those 6 minutes. Both teams just running at each other for this time being, trying to guarantee that they can get some farm on these carries. As we're seeing it play out right now, Nisha is about 300 gold above that Morphling, as expected, I think, in this one. There's just so much pressure and spells that it seems like Secret can nuke out a little bit easier. So they're having to spend more regen on Liquid down bottom to keep Miracle healthy. But now he is sitting on those 14 wand charges, so killing this Morphling, he's level 5 as well, it's not going to happen anymore. Secret might start moving out of this lane soon. They can kill the supports, but yeah, killing that Morphling is going to be a very tough task. Level 3 morph, or level 3 attribute shift is very tough to bring down.
Yeah, pretty much the most, the call that they have the chance of killing the best Secret would be that Drow in the mid. Top lane, obviously, Mind Control with the start that he's had. He is a tough one to take down. Soaring, Helm of the Dom, bottom lane, GH and Miracle. They'll find Japsaw. They'll land a position once again. It's another kill for Miracle. 4 kills now, 7 minutes in. Miracle getting kill after kill after kill. It looked to be a good start for this tri-lane down bottom from Secret, killing him early on. But Miracle, he's come back with vengeance. And sure, the farm wasn't there at the start, but he's catching up. Top lane, Mind Control. Also playing around with Zai. Zai has got the Burrow Strike, but he actually sort of gets trapped in by his creeps a little bit, taking a lot of damage from the Iron Shell. He's trying to hide here with the Sandstorm. Mind Control keeping on top of him though. Zai nearly dying as Mind Control nearly reads his movements perfectly. Burrow Strike for Zai. He's got to be careful here. Mind Control, does he want to go for this? He's got the vacuum. Mind Control! Absolutely godlike plays here on his Darkseer. Yapsaw, he wants to find him and he does, so will finally end it. But able to dance around and get Zai as Zai makes the mistake of trying to come back close to him.
Get themselves some trades, but this big concern is that tri-lane. Sure, they got kills out of it down bottom, but this Morphling, level 6 already, Miracle. top 3 net worth. All 3 cores of Liquid at the moment are that top net worth. And we saw Matumba Man. He just went to the Ancients. We see it happen so often. As soon as he hits 6, doesn't even want to stay in that mid lane because he can just out-efficiency. Just put the Disruptor mid. Make sure Kuroki gets those levels. As we said, very good game for the Disruptor. They have a lot of different ways to catch with this hero. With that Earth Spirit, they have lots of ways to get vision and just constantly get and go for those kills and glimpse backs.
And so much setup and wombo combo with that mind control vacuum potential. We've seen it a few times already here on the main stage. In this game, it's another beautiful lineup for mind control to play around.
You see Secret, they changed it up now. They're like, all right, we need to actually put the OD versus the Morphling. We can't actually have Nisha down there anymore. We have to be able to try to threaten, and we have to get Nisha a free lane. So Nisha goes toward that mid. Top, we see the pressure that Mind Control's putting out, even using an aggressive glyph here.
He's just doing so much on this sub lane. You know, Yapzor and Zai, the two of them pretty much have to stay up here. If one of them gets left alone, with that Helm of the Dawn, with those Centaurs, Mind Control can really give them a run for their money.
You can feel that Yapzor's pretty happy in this game, though. He's level 6 as a Tidehunter support already. That's pretty significant. He's also pretty farmed as well. All of Secret actually kind of evenly sharing that net worth around that 3K right now.
It's bottom lane, mid-bomb. We'll get glimpsed back here into the kinetic field. Liquid, they've got Miracle with a wraparound. GH will miss the roll forward, but it doesn't matter. The 4 of them have the right clicks to take mid-one out, as Puppey was heading down. But as you say, mid-one a little too far out on his own by that Radiant Tier 1 tower.
And playing versus a Disruptor as well. When you push yourself that far, you have to expect the rotation's going to come down. And Miracle, of course, like you said, getting another one of those kills.
Top Zai. Gonna try for this here with the upset. Yapzor kind of dying to the Iron Shout. Mind Control, he's gonna be able to walk away. As they've used the Epi, they've used the Ravage, but Mind Control is still alive. The Burrow Strike will be back up. But Zai, he still can't quite kill his Darkseer. Mind Control, he's just gonna turn, run him down.
He's level 10, he's got the damage talent.
Oh my god, that was a situation where they use Ravage, they use Epicenter, but Mind Control just ends up killing the 2 of them. Back down bottom, Liquid, another kill, as Puppey's found, as Liquid 2K lead, and this Mind Control Darkseer, I think if you're Secret in the rest of this draft, it's gotta go. You let him have this hero, he is playing it so well.
Let's look at the levels really quickly. Level 11 on the Darkseer. Drow Ranger,
10 minutes in.
Drow Ranger has been hitting Ancients for a long time and only level 9. This Darkseer getting that kill on the Sand King, that 90 damage talent. You just see him punch him.
He's absolutely styling on Team Secret. He absolutely is Mind Control, totally crossing the lane. He's broken the talents. He's that talented. As they've got to watch out for this Darkseer, but it may be just, it feels a little too late already. You know, it's just a 2K lead, but Mind Control's Darkseer, we've just seen this story so many times before.
Yeah, and he's applying so much pressure. Like you said, they use the Epicenter, they use the Ravage, and that means now they have so much time that Miracle has no pressure on him. Same thing with the Drow Ranger. Matu just continues to hit these stacked Ancients over and over again, providing this extra attack speed, of course, for his Morphling to farm even faster as well. So you see Miracle going for the Linken's build this game, wanting to be able to block out the stun in particular from that Sand King, and it's going to be good stats. Great stats versus that OD. We see Secret, they're trying to make up for their early game now by they're queuing up Midas's. Midas on Nisha, of course, but then that Midas on the OD. They have to try to find something to catch themselves back up in this game.
It is a long window, though, where any sort of potential BKB will be prolonged on mid-one's OD. And we already talked about the issues with that, with the amount of silence and teamfight that Liquid have. If Liquid start to push past these Tier 1 towers, it's going to be very hard for mid-one to attend a fight and actually have any sort of impact.
Yeah, they're trying to get a wraparound here for this mid.
Oh,
they actually find the Morphling, but he gets the shift off.
He does indeed start building up that HP, and now the counterplay. GH rolls in, gets the silence off onto mid-one. Ties down onto Zai. See if Liquid can still find a way to get on top of him. Zai hiding in the sandstorm, and Liquid will hug the tower. No need for them to chase out unnecessarily. They'll just focus back on the push and take that mid-tier 1.
Yeah, still a lot of damage that's going to come out. If you walk into Sandstorm, it's not just a Sandstorm in this game. It's a Sandstorm with an Ice Vortex. So the damage is very high that does come out from that. So still have to be a little bit careful, even though you do have this lead. But sticking around Mind Control is going to be really nice, and his itemization is going to be fantastic this game. He's going to have such an early pipe for his team, and we look at Secret's damage. They have so much magical damage. It's pretty much all magic until the very, very late stages of the game. Deep aggressive wards as well, continue to play in that aggressive stance, since they're definitely feeling very confident if they're rallied around this Darkseer. Level 12.
Level 12, Hood pretty much there. Especially with this tower. They did kill him the once this game. It's one of those heroes that's in a place where I don't know how they're going to kill him again.
Yeah, I mean, once he's got the hood, yeah, hood and the pipe, it's going to be extremely difficult. We also see Matu, he queues up a BKB, like we're talking about. Secret, just very, very magic damage relying until later stages. Liquid with very firm map control as they take out so many of these towers already. And Secret can't really knock on towers now. The lanes are always going to be pushing in because there's a Drow Ranger, and Liquid, they're already starting to make their eyes on Roche.
And Secret, they just don't have the heroes to hit towers.
Yeah. They have to get it just through straight skirmishes. They will at least get an AA blast inside that pit. Deter them for a few moments.
They have the team files back up, Secret, Ravage, Epicenter, Sanities. It is there. But they may have no interest in coming over. They know that Liquid has the lead at the moment.
Tough to walk into as well. You're playing versus this high-level Darkseer who now has high-level Vacuum, and you're playing versus this big Wombo combo. We've seen it so many times. Disruptor with that Darkseer. Sure, the Earth Spirit as well, but Disruptor with Darkseer, when you have high-level Vacuum, you need Blink Daggers with Secret. You need to have the Blink Daggers to get into the backlines, or you're all going to get caught inside of that Static Storm, just walking in.
CP's down bottom. GH able to get the roll in onto Yapzor. There's backup coming in as well for GH to make sure they have the damage to do this. The piercing arrows flying in, and Yapzor's gone. Zai does find the two-man Burrow Strike. Ice Blast down onto GH. But Liquid, they'll chase on. Zai, he's trying his best to hide behind the trees, but they'll find him. 2 more kills for Miracle.
That's going to be close to the Lincolns now finished for this Morphling. 7-1-1 into If you look at the draft, I mean, the Morphling, you can say that there are some natural counter picks on the opposing side, but this laning phase setup, Liquid now looking to siege another tower. In Secret, they're all just farming.
Massively taking over the early game, Liquid. Definitely so far, as you say, in the draft, very much this early OD may have been in an attempt to be a deterrent to Miracle grabbing his Morph. It wasn't. He still grabs it, and so far, it's looking like there's no troubles whatsoever for Miracle.
Yeah, Zai's really trying to find this blink so they can try to make some aggressive plays every time with that Ice Blast, but they are so on the back foot now. These double Midases, Liquid, if they see, I mean, they definitely have identified the fact that that's happening, so we're going to see them press the issue here. Just look to take out these last 2 tier 2s. That Lincoln's as well finished up on Miracle makes him so much harder to kill. Smoked up already looking for a play.
Sue's the first to make the jump.
Stop canceling the Gust. They know somebody's over here. The Tumbavan's aware. They put the ward down.
They find the silence straight in onto Zai. Miracle turns into the Sand King. The Burrow Strike, bam! Zai taken out of the defense. As now Liquid, with the numbers, they can just push onto the tier 2. They know it's so hard for Secret to fight, even when Secret do have the full 5-man.
He gets the ward on the high ground. He sees Nisha for a second.
Another ward down, seeing if he can try and set up for a glimpse catch.
They're
Not going to be the case. They'll get away, but Secret, they've got to get back for this. Liquid, they're just going to siege.
They've got the bubble to slow it down. Precision Aura was popped by Matumba Man as well to push out those lanes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
As they're playing it fast, Liquid. Secret, now with Zai in the game. Ice Blast will be there onto the 2 cores.
Pipe is delivered. He's going to pop it to protect them right now.
Puppey trying to play around with Matu, and another Gust throws the 2 of them backwards.
Secret's not ready to fight this. They don't have the blink on Zai still. They only have Midas really. Mid one will be able to use his at least on this creep wave, but
Looks like Liquid will relieve some of the pressure. They'll back up, sort out with the other lanes as both are pushed up towards their own tier 1 towers. Make sure that they don't miss out on any farm and that they continue to hold the lead that they do have.
They force the majority back, right? Like, they know that Nisha's farming the jungle, but the rest of the heroes were moved back, and they still have tier 2. So push out that mid lane, get that final tier 2. If they can never take out that tier 3, we'll see them look to knock on those shrines, take them out. As a glimpse, they have so much vision.
They do fine. He's out. Zai able to time the Burrow Strike at the same time as the pullback of the glimpse, I believe. And if you get it right, frame perfect, he's out.
Yep. Tower, though, another one being brought down. They still have 2 minutes on this Aegis, too. They've struggled to kill the Morphling once. Now they have vision, though, Matu.
They found Nisha. Nisha's on his own, dragged back into the Static Storm. As Nisha, nobody else here to help him out. Well, he's got himself. He'll get the Tempest double out, but it's not enough to turn this around. It's GH and Kuro, the 2 supports handling Secret's position 1 on their own.
Yep, they were able to find Matumba Man on the side, but now the
mid,
vacuum's
mind
done.
control, dragging mid one in, into the Centaur stun, waveform up to the high ground, he'll astral himself defensively. Miracle will back off, Yapzor, Zai, and Puppey there to keep mid one safe. Zai jumping in. Doesn't want to go and look for the lockdown though, onto Liquid. Neither of these cores really killable at all for Secret at the moment. He has to let them be. At least the best of a bad situation there for Secret. They lose Nisha. They nearly lost mid one as well. They were able to protect him. But as this game one continues, it just looks to be so hard for Secret with this lineup to get back after losing this early game.
They lost. They haven't barely even touched on towers. I mean, bottom tower's gotten kind of low. Mid is about half, but they've lost all of their outer towers now. Map control is just completely gone. All the ward vision as well.
He's feeling confident. He's just going to go straight in. They do turn with the stun. The Ice Blast. Miracle into the Sand King. 3-man Burrow Strike. The pipe bust there for him as Miracle. He'll walk off the Ice Blast. It won't pop him. He has a full wand as well, and of course still that Aegis, so he's good to go once again. Matu, he's actually starting the fight on the front lines as he goes towards mid one. Kuro has been caught behind, gets the vacuum onto the few of them. Now they'll turn Yapso, he'll pop the Ravage, does clip the 3 of them on the very edge of it. Now mid one, he can move on towards Matu. They get the Burrow Strike, they have the damage. Matu, my man's dead, but Miracle's turned up, looks for Yapso, Yapso's gone. Zai coming in with the epicenter, can he look for a target? It's still hard, mind control with that magic resist off the pipe. They don't have the damage to kill him. Now Miracle will turn. Zai's been dusted up. The dust will now wear off. He's still in the sandstorm. But they turn for the bigger target. Mid one found. Mind control of Miracle chasing him down. The Iron Shell slowly killing him off. Another surge. Miracle's in. The dodge is there with the Astral. Zai did manage to kill off Kuro. But Liquid are prepared to finish mid one after he comes out of his little bubble. As now they're back out of the base. Zai has brought back.
They have to use everything to kill the other heroes, but that means the 2 powerhouses of Liquid, the Darkseer and that Morphling, just run rampant inside that fight. 10-1 and 4 right now on Miracle as well. And looking at my control, 5-1 and 8. These two are just absolute beasts. 30 HP per second on this Darkseer too, so he just holds his ground. Even though it's around a shrine, they still just are able to take that fight quite handedly. And that's Kuroki, I think, dying. He didn't get the best Static Storm, but they had the potential of landing like a 5-man Static Storm with that vacuum, though, which is always the threat that we were talking about. But they do have the blink on the Sand King, so they can still make some aggressive plays on Secret. But they're still so on the back foot.
Zai does blink into Matu. Silence won't quite last long enough to allow Matu to get the kill. Zai's fine. But that's the thing, you know, Zai, with the blink, Burrow Strike, they have to find some sort of incredible 3-man, 4-man setup. Yeah. Because overall, Liquid's team fight, even if the game was sort of a level pace in terms of difference in farm, you'd still probably favor Liquid's team fight. Now that Liquid's 10k ahead, it's so hard for Secret to deal with all these silences, as we talked about. You know, there's no BKBs anywhere anytime soon on Secret.
And Liquid also they have the 2 key items. I mean, now on top of that pipe, they have a mech also for mind control. And we look at Secret side, they don't have the same thing in response. They don't have anyone who can really carry it. Sure, they have a Tidehunter who can, they have the Sand King who can, but they're not at that point. They went for that Vlad's on the Tide, and they needed the Blink Dagger on the Sand King to make those aggressive plays. And we see Yapsor, he also wants a Blink. They need ways to just simultaneously get everybody caught inside of those ultis and blow somebody up right away. But it has not been happening because of how farmed mind control is in this game.
Dire are scanning.
That top lane just ending up being a complete disaster for Secret. As they fed far too much away to mind control, making those early mistakes, giving him these solo kills on 2 heroes at a time. It's just boosted him so far ahead of anybody else.
Just giving them so much control of the map. All these wards I've just been seeing by Liquid just placed very close to the base of Secret, so Secret can't really walk outside whatsoever. See them sending their courier on quite of an expedition up top here. Is that buying Nisha's Hyperstone? I think it is. They don't want to send it down bottom because it just dies too quickly around that area, and they know that Liquid has control there, so let's see what he's trying to get. He's trying to be very sneaky with it.
Liquid does have mind control around though, so if they do send the courier over, he will be there with the hard punch.
He could
judo with that talent. He get what, a couple of hits and it's dead?
I think maybe 1 hit and he gets it.
1 hit, yeah.
Possible.
We'll see.
It's flying over. They're trying to get it. All right, it'll be safe. We watched it.
Well, it will get to the shot. The question is if it gets back.
It's pretty rare at 22 minutes you're having to do this with your courier to avoid your own secret shop. That just tells its own tale of how much control Liquid has on the map at the moment. Secret, they are smoking out, trying to find something, but not able to. As Nisha's really the only one farming for them now. Mid one, he's got this Midas, but it's Tranquil Boot Midas triple null, and it's 22 minutes in. We compare him to the Morphling, who has an E-Blade and a Linken's on top of Tread's double Wraith. 12k gold lead. I believe the experience is also around that 10k. Liquid with these newly picked up items, definitely going to be looking to fight.
Yeah, they know that they've got such an edge, such an advantage. Yeah. They can take the objectives though. Roshan, soon to be back in the game. Liquid.
Is that a BKB? That's a BKB on GH. An Earth Spirit with a first item BKB.
I mean, he can just roll in and sort of the team fight, disable and damage. He can get out now without having to worry about Secret's heroes.
Yeah, I mean,
it's going to be huge.
We were saying it's all magic damage on Secret. He rolls in, he has absolute free reign, and he can just, his job is, I get on top of Nisha.
Yeah, stay alive, keep that magnetize going for the full duration. He's going to be able to do it with that BKB.
Yeah, and this Roche dies so fast, no way Secret can contest it. Aegis and Cheese now up on Liquid. Firm grasp of this game. Is they ready to go?
Secret, they need some sort of insane hold to swing this one back round. Liquid have had this whole game in their control. Apart from sort of like the opening minutes, it was all nice and well. Secret getting that first kill onto Miracle, but ever since then, this game has just been going all the way in Liquid's favor as bottom lane. They find mid one. They'll be there to chase him down. There's not really any sort of way he can get out of this. As Miracle, E-Blade, GH with the kick. As he's gone, 40 seconds. I don't think we're going to see mid one have a game at all here in this first game.
I don't think so either.
This OD is totally out of it now.
Yeah, he's 1-5-1 in this game. They have 13 kills just because of most of that action was happening in the tri-lane, but the OD just has not been able to do much of anything. All these silences, all this control that's been coming out, and just how farmed the Darkseer and Morphling are. They just were able to have such a good start in this game.
Miracle.
He's just up on the ground.
He's looking for targets.
Kills Poppy in the base.
Just walks in and gets him. The AA's gone.
Oh, look at that attack speed with the DD as well.
Oh my goodness. Is there anything they could do to slow him down? They do have a fortification. And we'll have mid one back in a couple of seconds. All he can really offer though is his sanity. Nothing else that this OD can do at this stage.
They're stalling it. These bubbles on the back make it much harder for Liquid to actually hit it. They've got their own bubble.
They do. Can keep himself safe. And as we saw there, allowing him to lay down some Spark Wraiths as well. Keep Secret at bay. At Liquid, they'll get the tier 3 tower. They've opened up the shrine potential. They'll back off and continue to play for the textbook progression, taking the shrines,
bounties
playing
up
it
as well.
safe, keeping that lead.
Yep. 25 minutes also. We see Kuro port stop. He's like, all right, more money for us. Get those bounties. About 500 for each for his team, 90 each player. So
bottom shrine has fallen.
they're just
Secret.
continuing that lead. Yeah, Secret. They're trying to find something.
I mean, they have to. They know if they sort of play it out from the high ground, this game is not turning around. They've got to look for drastic moves, drastic plays.
Yep.
Kuro, the only one up here at the top. Not really the target they want to find. They'll take it even if they can get it.
Oh,
But
that
the
was
static,
very fast static storm.
Kuro, he's just walking away from it with that static. Kuro's still alive, and now Liquid, they'll come in. Yapsaw does have the Ravage, Ice Blast, Pyro Strike, they're throwing everything onto Mind Control, but he's able to walk it off, and now the backup of Liquid's in. The vacuum comes in onto the two of them. They do lose Mind Control, but there's 3 dead on Secret. Yapsaw's dead as well. Zai comes in with the epicenter. Can he find at least something else? Yes, he gets the two of them.
All right.
He does get 2 of them, but Secret get team wiped. Miracle gets a triple kill. The story continues in favor of Liquid here in this game. Secret with their best attempts to try and swing things around, try and shake them up, but they couldn't even get that quick kill on Kuro. Kuro, no hesitation, static storm, he walks away. Liquid's instant reaction. And when they have the numbers with the lead that Liquid have, it's very hard for them to lose a team fight. They'll always come out on top.
Yeah, they just literally just brought everybody. They're like, okay, we can take this fight easily. We're gonna see it again. We're gonna see this great reaction here by Kuro, catching both. Even Yapsor gets like caught right on the edge of it there, and we see those rainbows TPs coming in from Liquid. They try to throw everything onto Mind Control to bring him down, but because of how farmed this Darkseer is, it takes them so long.
So much to bring him down. They do get him eventually, but of course it's all too late. As Liquid, with the full 5-man, they just have the firepower. GH, as you saw there with the BKB, nothing can touch him. Stays at full health the whole fight.
Yep.
As now in the mid, they're rolling forward. GH
he has
does
BKB.
go for the commitment. He does have it popped again. Sets up for the vision onto this OD as Mid1 glimpse back. Kuro gets the kill with the Thunder Strike. As Mid1's dead, he has got buyback. But this game,
feels impossible.
It really does look impossible for Secret. Liquid with a beautiful opener here to this best of 5 Zai. Tried to jump forward, but Matu, he's got his BKB done as well. He'll stand his ground. GH rolls in. Zai's dead. Zai buys back.
They get the Aegis.
They are keeping their racks alive, Secret. Is Liquid still yet able to break that melee or range in the middle lane?
Ooh, Miracle's turning into the Earth Spirit now. He has taken that morph target ally, so the control that GH has been able to do, now they've got double. And the other thing with the Earth Spirit, if your Morphling turns into it, you have infinite stones. As long as you don't use your final stone and you keep shifting in and out, you keep getting refreshed with 7 stones every time you turn into the Earth Spirit.
As in he goes, Miracle. Goes forward, does get the Lincoln's pop. They're able to get him with the bow strike. Silence out onto Zai. No further follow-up. You all step into the air, will dodge the E-blade. Miracle taps back out.
He can go for these risky plays, as you see every single time. Comes back, 7 stones immediately restored. He never has to worry about not having stones when he rolls in and makes these aggressive plays as this Morphling.
Liquid, they still have that shrine to take top, if they wish to. But they are definitely in that luxurious position where this game is theirs for however they want to deal with it. They can look to push again, and it's very likely they'll be successful with it. Secret, they just don't have the heroes. They don't have the firepower to get these kills. Liquid's cores are at a stage where they're at least a full item ahead of their counterparts, but in some situations, 2 or 3 items ahead. You look towards the farm of Miracle.
Yeah, and it's the OD can't actually go for anything like a BKB. You see mid when he's had the Hex queued up for so long, but he's just dead in these fights, even if he gets this item. It's just free pickings on him from Liquid. Who ended up grabbing that DD rune? Who was the Morphling? You see him keeps turning into that Earth Spirit and enjoying infinite stones.
And I feel like just so much of this game, so much of the draft really was on the bluff call. You know, Secret saying, if we pick OD, there's no way they'll pick Morphling.
If we pick AA.
Yeah, exactly. All these heroes, that in their minds, I'm sure they believed it would be a deterrent and mean that they didn't have to ban it, they didn't have to do anything else about the Morph. But it wasn't the case. Miracle gets it through. And so far, it has been another incredible performance from him on this hero on the main stage. 14, 1, and 8 on the Morph.
These two, this Darkseer Morphling is just, such a problem. They're going to have some type of response for it. But Secret still trying to survive in this one. Trying desperately to get mid one all the farm. Nisha does do a decent amount of damage here, but it's a level 15 Arc Warden in comparison to that level 21 Morphling. And bottom.
Miracle. He's starting it off. He's in onto Puppey. Puppey's gone. BKB pops. We'll see if they can find more. The slow, the silence. Miracle has the control onto Midbon. Midbon's dead as well.
And he's just going to keep going. He tried. Didn't quite get there.
As Secret just looking absolutely hopeless in this position now.
Drops all the stones. And he's got 7 more. He just sets it up. Now GH is like, oh, I only have 2 stones, but now I have lots of stones. I don't really have to worry about it so much. Thank you, Miracle. He's going to kick him freely.
That's 20 seconds. Midbon will be back in.
They're going in, committing.
They're going to try for the combo, but he's already started to shift into the strength. Miracle, he'll get himself out of that. It's a nice blast, an Epi and a Ravage down. And it does absolutely nothing.
And that was with BKB on cooldown as well. Or the Morphling, he will be able to back up.
And if that doesn't do it, what does? You know, Secret, that I feel like their only real hope is these smoke movements where they come out and they hope that they find a core of Liquid out on their own. But Liquid, they are not a team that's going to allow for that sort of mistake to happen.
No, definitely not. And they also now are itemizing to even protect even more. Sure, we've talked about how they have all these ways to protect each other with the pipe and the mech. GH, I believe, now has an Aghanims as well. An item we don't see too often anymore, but if someone does get full focused by absolutely everything, you turn them to stone and you can negate a lot of that damage that will be blowing them up. They feel so confident.
They're going for a bit of a bait with Matu. We'll see if Secret bite. The rest of the team smoked up behind him.
Double Earth Spirits prepared.
That's GH. He's in. He wants to start things off. Rolls forward, pops the BKB. Secret still without a couple of those ults. They weren't able to fight or get any kill when they had them up. And that just tells you how much they'll be able to do when they do not have them.
And they're just positioning themselves so nicely here on Liquid. You see them eye control. They're not staking any of the cores on top of each other. They're separating themselves so they don't get caught by that multi-hero ultimate there that's coming out from Secret. But Secret's been trapped in their base for the last, 15 minutes or so. Just getting Liquid just farming around the map, checking out for these runes. A DD is spotted up toward top, and that third Roche has now been spotted as well. So Liquid, they can back up and look to just clean that one out, as they do have the top and the mid wave pushing, but Nisha is forcing out bottom. Maybe someone will respond. But
It's interesting to see that as well. So because GH bought the Aghanims, Miracle, because it's a non-ult spell, he also gets the Enchant Remnant.
look at that.
I'm sure it's intended.
That's one of those, like with the, Ogre,
Yeah.
Morphling gets,
You still
you
get
get
those extra
multicast. Yeah, you get a couple of those. You also get the Nimbus from Zeus, but you don't get the Lightning Bolt, but you get the Nimbus, which is very bizarre.
So it's, yeah, that's, I'm sure it's meant to work like that.
Hey, if it works for several different heroes.
So, you know, they double the chance to save and also, of course, to just
He
be
can
able
even
to reposition them so far.
He can
Enchant
wave in.
kick, enchant kick.
He can wave in, turn someone to stone, and kick them out of the base as a Morphling.
I want to see it. We'll see if they're able to go for those sort of clowny plays. I mean, Liquid, they definitely have the liberty to sort of mess around a little bit now with the lead that they have.
Yeah.
And the fact that this game is definitely looks to be in a pretty unlosable position for Liquid.
Dire's middle barracks has
If he can ever get on top of them, you're going to see GH hunting for sure. We're probably going to see Miracle as well, looking to just BKB, enchant rending someone, pull them, and kick them out of the base. If they catch anybody on the side of Secret with that, they are going to die. It's been so long since I've actually gotten to see Axe Air Spirit because how bad the nerf was on that cast range.
I will be very disappointed if this game ends and we don't see that sort of play. You know, all this build up, all this, you know, at this point, it very much is Liquid waiting for the time that they want to try and end it.
Yeah, they've got everything, right? They've got absolutely everything at their arsenal. A double vacuum combo that can come out from my control as well because of that refresher shard.
It's just prodding and poking at the towers. In and out Liquid, and nothing the Secret can do to jump them. They have got the combos back online, the Ravage and the Epicenter, but we've seen already so many times this game, it just doesn't do enough.
No, it does not. They can catch him before he gets the shift, perhaps. It's seeming so difficult.
So here we have it. The smoke's ready, and Secret, they are out. They do get the jump, Matsu.
They get Matu.
They get one, they'll Lutakura, they've got the dust, they'll get another.
Okay.
Bottom lane though, Miracle pushing in. They've got to go for the TPs, they're all coming in for this one. Mid-one will be able to dodge the follow-up blast with the Astral. Miracle hiding in the side of it all, kicks mid-one back. Miracle charging forward, they get the Burrow Strike. Have they got the lockdown? BKB, the vacuum, the combo, the magnetized Secret, getting absolutely destroyed by Liquid's team by a triple kill, ultra kill. He's certainly going to want to look for that Rampage. They're buying back, they want to kill Miracle. There's the first Rampage, he's going to get more, he's going to get more. He's looking towards mid-one, Miracle turns, the kick, he's back into the Morphling. There's the second, double Rampage for Miracle. But they will pop the Aegis Secret. Matsu now moving in with the BKB. They've got to get back. They don't want to afford giving away a triple Rampage. There's Miracle. He may just fight. He's looking towards side. The timer could still be there for the kill to get the unit. It's there! A triple Rampage on the main stage in the grand finals of the Major.
This last pick, Morphling, Miracle just having a field day. 22, 1 and 9, jumping in the base.
I don't think he can get the quad Rampage. He can!
He can! He gets the quad Rampage!
It's still there! He just keeps it going! And Secret will finally tap out!
Holy moly.
As Miracle ending the game with a quad Rampage. This Morphling, I don't think we're gonna see it again. Secret!
In those roaming spots, which is really annoying for a 5.
Yeah. You know how that feeling when you walk into a room, you miss the draft, or you see a game going on, and you're like, wow, how did Liquid get Drow Ranger and Earthshaker in the draft? Like, how did that happen? This is feeling like one of these things where we're going to see this draft unfold, and at the end, we're going to say, oh, it's even draft. And then during the game, it's like, whoa, how did that happen? Because do we feel this trade-off is worth it for Secret?
I think laning-wise it is. I'm always a fan of Nature's Prophet Saiyan King, though.
Yeah. I think it's X. For me, it's more 50-50. I'm not
agreed
completely sold on this idea that Drow is like this crazy OP hero by any means.
I think a lot of that is because we're respecting Secret a lot. Like in their previous draft, we would have thought the same thing. How'd Liquid get Drow, Morph, and Darkseer? What is going on here? But then we looked at Secret and we're like, King's a team fight. Obviously they're going to win. Not the case.
And
we were wrong.
Last game it was all about, Liquid playing this super fast-paced game. Secret with their 2 opening picks have the faster paced heroes. Shaker, after the lane stage breaks apart, takes that time to farm up a Blink Dagger, where Sand King Nature's Prophet is just going to keep on being ready to go and fight.
Secret ban out Storm Spirit again. They're respecting this Storm Spirit a lot more than I thought they would.
And it's all like if you're gonna play, maybe it is a core Nature's Prophet. Storm is pretty decent versus that, always being able to find him when he's split pushing. I think that might be the case.
Just taking out the Drow partners, knowing that Liquid,
As well, yeah.
at their most comfortable, they want Matu playing the Drow and Miracle on
The
real carry. The Morphling, Storm, Medusa, all banned.
Again, so they like this hero
They're
versus
going
the Drow.
down swinging with this Arc
I think
Warden.
this definitely tells you something about Puppy. He thinks Arc Warden counters Drow.
Yes.
I think that's actually what this says.
That's the lesson.
The Liquid response is Drow's not our main carry. Because like you look at
Exactly.
EG running Drow, it's a one-position Drow. Or TZ's hidden creeps, he's getting 6 slotted, he's looking to carry the game. Liquid, when you see this Arc Warden, if you were considering running Miracle Drow, I think now you're like, okay, actually we're not going to
See
do
ya.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised. Liquid didn't open Drow Medusa. They did that a lot in group stage, but I guess that was against a little bit worse caliber of teams.
They've
They're
learned,
scared.
they've matured a great
they have.
deal over this tournament.
But it always is nice, like drafting your win condition. You're like, here you go, Miracle Medusa, let's go.
So we might find what the backup to the Morphling is now. Well, the backup to the Morphling, Medusa, and Storm against Arc Warden.
Yeah.
I mean, I think one of the big things that made Morphling so successful in the previous game was the substantial amount of magic damage with his E-Blade shotgun. So he didn't even have to care about the magnetic field that much.
Yeah, you just kill heroes.
Yeah.
So maybe you don't even go for a range partner and just get some kind of magic damage hero. Or you get like, what, Lina or...
Yeah. TA, even though she's kind of physical, she can kind of deal with the bubble a little bit better.
Man, I just hope Secret, I don't want to see him last pick a 5 again. We didn't really talk about that much, but they last picked their 5, and I never feel that's like a good thing.
But we're not 100% sure that they wanted it to be the 5 until they saw Liquid's, final
Which is
pick.
true, but then you did last pick a
Yes,
5,
true.
so it's still
Well,
the same problem.
They didn't have the last pick of the draft, though, I guess,
True.
did they?
No, yeah.
No,
Morph was the last.
you're right. It was AA, and that was the crazy thing. But you still, so
Like,
honestly,
like-
they just last picked a 5.
Yeah, and
That was weird.
it's just that after seeing the Morphling, they were like, oh, gotta turn this AA into a 5 now, I guess.
Yeah.
Jakiro, we're seeing, is very commonly picked up against Nature's Prophet. Just a hero that can deal with the treants and the land.
And I think more so now you have, you win the reach battle. You have a Fisher and you have the Ice Path, 2 of the longest range disables in the game, which we've seen paired together. I think Mineski was the first team to do it this tournament, and a lot of people actually took that.
That's why Liquid are wise to ban out Abaddon in the first phase, make sure Puppy can't save these people very quickly.
Yep. Secret. They're probably going to pick another hero. They're going to be like, I wonder if it's a 3, 4, or 5. That seems to be what they do. You pick the Arc Warden, then everything else is like, who knows?
Yeah.
They're not going to last pick a support when they have the final pick of the draft. They're almost certainly saving it for mid one, and they'll get him a better match.
Unless you think you can get away with something like a Monkey King right now, and that may get banned
It's
in
banned.
final fit.
It's already
it's
banned.
banned. You're right.
Liquid's going to ban it first every game. I think.
100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Unless they, like, maybe if they lose this game and the next and they have to adjust their bans, then it might be reconsidered. But
Right.
Doesn't look that way yet.
yeah.
Why change your winning strategy?
They are using almost all of their time here. And they have the overall last pick, which is kind of strange when you...
Oh, what?
Whoa, okay.
Yo, that's Zai's hero,
Wow.
I believe. I think I've seen Zai play.
Flexible, but yeah.
It is. I've seen Zai played a ton on his stream. He said, like, I mean, Zai plays everything on his stream, but he played a ton of Zeus, and well, I don't think you can really put that middle. I feel he has so many losing matchups.
So what
I
is
agree.
good about Zeus? Like, why pick Zeus?
High burst, good. It's a vision hero as well. Your ulti as well as Nimbus is insane burst and just full vision on the map. You see where people are smoking. And-
D-warding is a big part, too, I
Yep.
think, this hero.
Yes, and D-push. You have one of the, like, the best...
Yapstars also play as a 4.
Yes.
I mean, I
Yes.
think... has Puppy even played it?
Not that I've seen.
Yeah,
This is what we talked about. We said they're going to pick a 3, 4, 5 here. Then you
Yeah.
don't know where it goes. That's what Secret does.
Prophet, Sand King, Zeus are all 3, 4, 5s.
Yes.
Maybe not 5 Sand King, but even that.
DY does it.
There you go. Yeah. It's every hero we've seen in one of those 3 roles at some point.
They go for the Tide. So you got the front line. You got so much team fight on Liquid.
Beefy fella can build a pipe against the Zeus if it is, core Zeus that's going to start doing a lot of damage. Gives you more team fight. So unclear what Miracle's hero is going to be just yet.
And you have the it's a pipe builder, right? Like that's why it even feels better against Zeus because you're going to get a pipe. It might even be not even Vlad. You might just go straight up pipe first.
Yeah. Zeus, Sand King, very good pipe game.
Good ban out anti-mage. I was thinking
Yeah.
that something that can deal with a lot of magic damage would be great right now for Liquid.
And just solo carry a game.
Right.
And that's just understanding that Drow is not likely to be this hard carry, and you don't have to pick a Drow partner that benefits from the aura.
So the hero that you guys are describing is something like a Juggernaut again. We saw Liquid do it earlier.
Okay.
Juggernaut, Lifestealer, both
Lifesteal, yeah.
being the Magic immunity hero.
I definitely like Juggernaut more than because if you're Lifestealing into a 10th pick, I feel Lifestealer has more counters than a Juggernaut does, and Juggernaut plays a lot faster.
The other ones. And we saw Miracle's Troll Warlord yesterday as another option.
I'm trying to see, is there any good like ranged carries left? If we are, because you would like to get benefit from a Drow, obviously. I'm just thinking if there's any really good
They
ones.
could still go Viper and turn it into a Miracle Drow.
You need so many items as a one-position Drow to deal with the bubble, though. Like,
Right.
You need to get 4, 5, 6 slotted, get that MKB eventually. And then Viper, another range right-clicker in a sense.
they're probably just going to go with the hard melee here.
They're
I
banning
feel.
Ursa, so... Oh, I guess Ursa versus Tide. No, it's not about their carry.
Possibility of Sven?
Still in the pool, good
Oh, yeah,
against
I like
Nature's
it.
Prophet
Sven
as well.
sounds really nice,
As
actually.
Sven gets on top of one of the few heroes who actually gets on top of the Arc Warden, will destroy a Zeus. I like
And the cleave damage works in the bubble.
Yes. And they don't even know yet. Usually Liquid, they'll go sit down, use some of their last set. They do the
There's
Jug,
a
so
Juggernaut.
it was our first. choice.
I prefer Jug over the Lifestealer anyway, so...
Yeah, I think, I agree. It just comes online quicker and does more with less.
So do you think this changes how they were going to play the Zeus? Now that they see that there's this carry that can deal with spells?
You guys have no clue with Secret. I really do not.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're at Disney here. Calm down.
10 seconds remaining.
Sit down, sir, please.
5 seconds
Despicable.
Last pick for Secret.
I think what do you want? You need, you want another like semi-carry, I feel. I guess that could be the Mind Control, or no, not Mind Control, sorry, other side. That could be the Zai Nature's Prod still, but I really don't think so.
I think they should
I'm
look for a
lost.
mid-1 hero, but...
Yeah.
Yep. Are you going back for the OD?
No, not
No,
really.
it's
They
the
do
Sven.
Sven, okay.
So who's playing what?
This is cool. I honestly have no clue. This is quite the draft from Secret.
Mid Arc Warden?
But Nisha's always the Arc Warden player.
If it is going to be it's going to be a Drow middle, right? I actually don't mind the middle Nature's Prophet. We've saw actually Mind Control on the other side played it in the series versus EG. Whoever plays a Nature's Prophet, I think, should go middle in this game.
But I don't think mid-1 should
No,
play it.
he will not play it.
Yeah, I think Zai should
It is indeed. They're putting Zion the Sand King. They want to be sure to get him that farm early on, I believe. And I mean, he has played this in the past. He has played this Zeus a couple times with his team. They have some cool global potential, right? They have this Nature's Prophet plus Zeus if they get to the level 6s for them, and also Arc Warden. Arc Warden kind of is his own global hero in his own sense because he sends those. We look at Liquid's draft. They've got a lot of team fight, just like the panel was talking about. They all don't have the similar reach this game, though, is the one thing I am looking at. They have to get items in order to provide that reach. While in the last game, they had Earth Spirit and Morphling, which were natural heroes that can just get on top of Arc Warden, get on top of these backlines. So getting on top of these is going to be a bit tougher this time around.
So if you are Liquid, do you think we are going to see them sort of try and play to a very similar timing as in that game 1? With this lineup, considering what you get that pipe online, suddenly you're able to run down lanes, and it's going to be hard for Secret early on to have the D push required to stop you sieging.
Yeah, absolutely. They have the Jakiro, the Drow, and Jug is a bit of a weird kind of pusher, but he provides Healing Ward, which lets you push also with it. So they do have push again in Secret. They don't have that best objective and building takers. Like the Sven is okay, the Arc Warden, it takes time for them to be able to in comparison.
See what sort of lane matchups we'll get at the start. Fish is going to be in here as Mind Control is able to take that bounty rune away from Secret. I'm going to try by the looks of it for the kill as well, blocking Nisha off. GH on the high ground, Nisha trying to get himself away, but GH with the body blocks will set up for that first blood. Puppey will be able to get Mind Control in return. A Puppey, he could be in trouble himself as well as another slow comes out from that dual breath. Puppey is trying to offer as much right click out onto GH. GH gets stunned up, GH still has a Fisher, can he get it off? He cannot. They'll get the kill on GH and Puppey will stay alive.
Nice TP by Nisha. Rather than TPing to the lane, which you might see people do in your pubs because they see the creeps there, no, he helps his buddy out. So very nicely done. And we do see that Jakiro coming up. He wants to lane versus that Nature's Prophet. We've seen teams pick this so many times now in order to deal with those treants in the lane. But yeah, Puppey gets himself involved in 2. Nice and early on for himself as this 5 NP. We see the mid matchup. I saw mid one actually started with 4 slippers of agility, just wanting to have an equivalent base damage versus that Drow Ranger.
And we'll see how sort of a different turn the game takes with the mid one playing that Arc Warden this time around rather than the Nisha Arc Warden.
Which will be nice because he's going to get solo experience. He's not in this like super pressure lane that's just risky. Even though Nisha got, I think he was like 2-0-4, even though everything that happened
he
in
was
that
up
bottom lane.
that whole sort of last game.
Yeah.
Nisha was in the top 4 net worth.
But he was experience split. That's the important thing. He was in a tri lane, so you're not getting that early level 6. You can't actually put pressure as well as that arc warding when you get all that split. So we're seeing this lane already playing out. This quad slipper for mid one's definitely working in this first few waves. 6 and 5 to the 2-1 of the Drow Ranger. Just that better animation for the arc warden as well versus that Drow.
Yeah, absolutely crushing it. These first few waves, mid one. And with the way that the side lanes have settled, looking at the matchups that are there with the 2-on-2s, is there a side that you think is going to have an easier time in these early lanes?
I'm just wondering how the top lane's going to do. Like, how much can Kuroki dissuade and push them away so My Control can have a good time? Still think they're going to have a bit of trouble up here. I think Nature's Prophet's just such a strong hero, even when you're playing versus like a Tide Hunter, who's pretty good versus Treants and the Jakiro.
Yeah, the constant right-click harassment from Puppey, keeping them low enough that it's hard for My Control and Kuro to get aggressive onto Nisha.
I think the bottom lane it's still tough for Secret, because even though it's just a Shaker who's really there, pressuring a Juggernaut's very hard, because they're just all magic damage, so.
That mid lane, Matu now starting to catch up a little bit. But mid one definitely the one to take that favorable lead. 9 for 8, 10 for 8. A lot of denies. That mid matchup giving him that tasty XP advantage.
Yeah.
This top lane Puppey just separating the two heroes. This Nature's Prophet, the power of it in the support position, and just freely offer harass, and very little that can be done in return to it. Bottom lane, GH taken out by Yapzor, chases him down with the arc lightnings and the right clicks. He'll get the kill on the Shaker. GH is gone.
He had a DD at the start of the engagement as well too, so it must have been him just able to get so many spells off on him. I mean, what, 2 arc lightnings and a lightning bolt, and he did 430 damage. So he got at least like 3 or 4 hits on him as well as the Zeus, because it was just a solo kill. They're not slowing down the Jug, though. That's the important thing, at least for Liquid. But getting Yapzor an early kill, that's the dream as your support Zeus. Then you're like, yes, I can get my early Arcane Boots. I can actually use my Lightning Bolts a bit freer to D-ward. And they're playing with a Sand King in their lane, too. So they want to have this Sentry Ward down, but now with the Zeus, they just freely D-ward it every single time. So Zai gets a little bit more breathing room down here, and he won't have to be at risk of dying here versus this Jug anymore.
Yeah, it's especially crucial to take that Shaker out.
Yeah. Top.
As
My Control.
He's got an anchor smash, but they've still got the right clicks. One more will do it. They get him.
He even buys the chainmail while they're going on him during all that too, just trying to get that little bit of extra armor to deal with this Blightstone from Puppey, but still too much raw physical.
Bottom, yeah. Ooh, they've got the damage to do it. They'll get Yapzor, unable to TP out in time. So kills on both of the lanes going down, but overall Secret with that slight lead after the first few minutes.
Mid one is really doing a lot of that one there, of course, with these 12 denies too. He's 10-4 on the Drow. Heated battle of last hitting. Grant would be loving this mid lane.
Obviously, Matu will be able to look for catch-up in the jungle.
Yeah.
There's going to be that point of the game where you can imagine he will start to reach it, sort of a similar CS. So obviously, in terms of actual net worth, it's going to be hard if mid one gets a quick Midas.
Yeah, he's going to hit level 6 pretty early on the Drow, and he's going to go to the jungle. And he's going to send probably the Earthshaker to the mid lane to get that experience, or either, I mean, one of the 2 supports. But the thing is, about Secret, they do have ways to at least ward deeply into the enemy jungle without actually being there. Puppey can just actually teleport in and put a ward down to block those Ancients out. It might be a move that he wants to do relatively early on in this game. We will see bounty runes start to get contested.
GH, got the stun control for Yapzor Miracle. Play Fury, and actually going to look to chase down Zai. Zai's got the Burrow Strike back up. But GH is there, the Fisher,
Ooh.
It's outside to get the Burrow Strike off in time. He's able to pop the South, the Sandstorm. He'll keep himself alive and start to heal back up. On the top lane, trying with the body blocks, Puppey. Sprouts there as well, but Mind Control has the Quelling Blade. Cuts his way to freedom. Will manage to stay alive. These little plays in that mid lane, I mean, we saw as well. The fact that mid one had the Illusion Rune, he literally has not let Matuma get a single CS or deny within the last minute and a half.
20 denies. He's about to be level 6. Matuma Man just hit level 5. He could threaten a kill there.
Bottom.
Zai got him.
Zai, Burrow Strike out.
Nicely
Has
done.
to get himself away from that turnaround from Miracle and GH. And Matuma Man being forced to TP over to the Shrine. This mid lane, an absolute disaster for Liquid, as
Top.
mid one is going to be right on top of it all. Top, this blocks again, Puppey's trying, but Kuro will get himself past the Treants. But this Arc Warden is going to be a huge problem for Liquid. Mid one having one of the best starts of an Arc Warden in the middle lane this game.
And it's mid one. You know he's going to try to play very aggressive on this hero. So that was the moment he hit level 6, he just went on the Drow Ranger just to force him to back off. So we will see GH start to soak that mid lane, and Matoman's actually jungling before he hits that level 6, which hurts quite a bit here on this Drow Ranger.
Yeah, he just can't come to the mid. He's not going to find anything in that mid lane in that 1v1 matchup. Yeah.
And GH also has a melee hero. You have to be pretty careful. As soon as Tempest Double comes up again, you could see mid one definitely try to look to put the pressure on with Double Flux. The TP's coming out. Puppy's already starting to threaten that mid lane a little.
It's bottom lane. Miracle's farm still looking very, very good at the moment. 31 CS. Even though the constant pressure is there from Zai and Japzor. He has the healing ward, he has the sustain. The Lamb has the jug to stay in the lane.
Mind Control's trying to do anything to be able to survive the damage from up here. But like I said, the chainmail, he also buys a ring of protection on top, just any type of armor he can try to utilize. But I keep seeing Nisha just, he has 3 points in cleave. He's actually just cleaving off the creeps while Puppy just keeps hitting him with that Blightstone. Do you see the TP coming in? Puppy keep canceling it. It's looking like he wants to just keep threatening and that pressure. Tempest Double? Matumba will get that last hit, that plus 180. Much needed gold for the Drow Ranger.
Still trying to find that level 6 on him. As at the same time, mid one, he's just hit his level 7. It's an incredible amount of denying by mid one in the lane, setting him to such a huge lead against Matu's draft.
And Yapsar with that level, with the early Arcane Boots, we see him walking around. He's starting to throw those lightning bolts, looking for the D wards that we were talking about from earlier. GH is actually able to get a decent amount in that mid lane these last few waves. Not getting pressured out and bullied out by mid one just yet.
But already just his first 8 minutes looking to be a much hotter start for Secret here in Game 2.
Absolutely.
All 3 cores in a very, very good position. See Liquid very close behind. It's only a slight lead. We saw last game what Liquid was able to do with a lead like that. We'll see if Secret's able to do the same here in the second match.
Keeping their lanes, I mean, they're definitely very happy right now that Nisha's just getting free farmed. Their mid lane's getting free farmed. They bullied out too. They know Mind Control is being pressured, so they're definitely having a good feel of this game as the God Strength is popped. Mind Control still a bit tanky.
Yeah, TP as well for Kura will stop Nisha from chasing down any further. Just trying to do their best to push Mind Control out of the lane. They brought Matu up as well here, Liquid. Not easy for them to make any sort of play, especially with that ward down. Secret know fully well what's going on.
Nisha still has his Ogre axe in his backpack. He hasn't moved it still. He's had it there for quite a moment, but he'll move it soon. Yeah, Midas very, very close. Level 8 as well. Zai having a much better game. He's going to be going for this rushed Veil build. I've been seeing this a lot more. We saw the Vanguards a lot early on these Sand Kings, but Veil just seems so much better. Gives you the tank ability and just makes your damage potential and threat so high. And they have so much magic damage as Miracle bottom. They're putting the pressure onto him, but he does have the spin. He's holding it as long as he can.
Still struggling to quite get him out of the lane. Just as is the nature of the hero as a Juggernaut. Sand King Zeus, not really the best heroes to go for the kill unless you catch Miracle making a mistake, going too aggressive with a Blade Fury. Then you have a chance. But every time he's got it saved, you're not going to get the kill.
Bit of a farming game going to be coming out here too as we see the Arc Warden mirroring the movement of the Drow Ranger. But bottom, we see that TP.
Going for the Omni Slash Miracle. He's got Blade Fury back up in a few seconds. The lightning isn't quite enough. Miracle is able to keep the distance, get himself back towards the tower. The 3 of Secret not quite able to get him back towards top. Nisha, he's got a TP out, but they've got the Ice Path. The right-click damage from Matu, it's enough. As soon as they see Secret try and come down bottom and make a play onto Miracle, Liquid are instantly on top of Nisha's Fed.
Absolutely. Just that quick mirror movements we're seeing coming out from both sides. They get some deep vision that they've had for actually a couple moments now too. And
From this viewpoint, as we're just getting ourselves back in on the observer side, here we are, we're back in the action. Whoa! My goodness. Suddenly you have no game and then you have 2 games at the same time.
Secret's able to get the deny with this rotation. So they get a trade kills for the 5 positions, but importantly that they get that deny. And did they use the Nate? Okay, they used switch ult these. Now let's take a look. They used Zeus ult, but they did not have the NP ult just yet. But able to respond with that one, and now Zai does have that full Veil finished up. And Veil on a Sand with the Zeus, you throw an NP ulti on top.
Yeah.
We've talked about how much damage this Nature's Prophet ultimate does. It's one of the higher hit damage spells in the game. Throw a Veil on top too. It's going to be quite a lot for Secret in these next few moments to be able to put the pressure on it.
You know, sure, as a Juggernaut, you have that Blade Fury, but if you get that opening stun, you haven't got a lot of HP to play with. Secret will burst through it very, very quickly if Miracle gets caught off guard.
They have given a lot of space to GH in this game. Liquid has just given him 2 lanes. You see he's already up to 1,200 gold toward that Blink Dagger with level 6 already too. So a very farm Shaker with the potential of an early Blink, and they need an early Blink in this game. As I was mentioning earlier, they don't have your natural heroes of just piercing into the back lines.
He has got a haste rune. He is diving in towards the tier 2, but Nisha with the war cry will mean the Miracle can't go for any sort of solo play with the Omni Slash. Would not have enough damage for it.
Camping the high ground though.
Still got a little bit of time left with the haste rune, but Secret more than prepared to keep it safe and back off. Fortification used as now the siege comes in on the middle lane. Liquid pushing on with the 3 of them.
Pretty surprising to see how Miracle, he's almost level 10 in this game because he was actually left alone. He was bottom laning versus the 2 heroes, so he's high level in comparison to Nisha's Sven. Nisha just hitting level 8, even though he had a great time up top on that Sven.
Getting this tower for Secret. They are going to look to try and lead in, and Zai walks in. That's going to be a dead Matumba Man. Let's try for more as well. Puppey in with the TP, the block off with the Sprout. They've got Kuro. Miracle's got the Blade Fury, but he has to keep on the retreat because Secret, they're going to continue to chase. Zai, he's hunting him down. Burrow strikes there. There's the magical damage. They found a third. GH will lay down the slam. He's trying to get Yamsor, does manage to get the Zeus down. Mind control. TP's in. Rampage out of the 2 of them. Another enchant totem. Can they kill off mid one? Mid one's still
Double
alive.
stun.
The Burrow strike. Zai has the control. Keeps mid one safe. They get the double kill. Secret get the team wipe.
Zai able to just walk in, and we see the power of the Veil coming into play there. Also the power of the Arc Warden surviving the whole fight. 9 Spark Wraiths casted during that as well. So much damage coming out from mid one. They're able to just get that initial jump onto Matu.
Staying alive, mid one.
Yeah.
Now confidently at the top of the net worth, jumping ahead.
And look at the item build that mid one has queued up. Very interesting this game. He's playing with a super magic damage heavy draft. Get underneath hero, but he's switching it up a little bit here. He's still deciding, but that could be a really interesting pickup if he's able to.
It really could be, but as you said, we will see what he does go for. Does queue back into just finishing off the Maelstrom.
We've seen it before. We've seen Ethereal Blade Dagon builds before. We saw it at TI, I believe, right? From Thompson in particular. He has gone for those type of plays on this Arc Warden. Could be a potential that he wants for it. But right now it's 4K gold lead for Secret, and you could feel the power of all that magic damage on their draft.
Big plays in that middle lane. Just being able to run them down. There's something that Secret have that Liquid don't have quite as well at the moment. So, you know, this portion where they do not have those blink initiations, the blink daggers online as of yet. Secret is just very good. Puppey at TPing into the back lines of the fight, just having that catch, having that chase, which Liquid cannot match at the moment.
No, definitely not. And the Tidehunter, your Tidehunter is usually a pretty tanky hero, but in this game versus so much damage that Secret does have, Mind Control will definitely melt. So you see, of course, he's going to queue up that pipe that they really are going to need in this game to be able to try to deal with the damage coming out. But yeah, GH's Blink Dagger is the one we're looking at for Liquid, for them to actually be able to take these fights, because Secret, they just look like they're going to be doing way too much damage in the upcoming ones. See, the Wrath of Nature comes out immediately.
See if they can get the catch down bottom. Get the bounty rim Miracle. He's heading towards them, has the phase and the drums done. Ishram Puppey won't be interested in taking the fight, as Secret will back off.
Blink Daggers look like they're going to come at the same time.
Nisha's actually still trying to push on his own.
Stay bottom.
There was a lot of heroes here. They knew that Liquid was fully around, and Nisha, making a rare mistake, sticks around and loses his life for it.
Yeah, he saw them too. He saw them making the move down.
He knew they were there.
Wanted to stay aggressive.
They will come straight into the mid lane. Liquid making sure that they don't lose the tier 1 tower. More jump online for Secret, as Zai's Blink Dagger is complete.
GH is also about 100 gold away immediately with the TP. He wants to go in.
Ooh, Miracle pots the blade through. They have the gust as well. They'll be able to hold back Zai. Miracle back in. Still has that Omni Slash available if he sees the opportunity to use it. But Zai, he's under the Sandstorm. There's the ult. Kuro bursts down. Matsu's still trying to finish up the kill. GH walking in. Slam down on a Puppey. Puppey's gone. The 1-for-1 in the moment between the two supports. Can they get anything more on either side? Zai waiting in the trees. He'll look for the Blink Burrow Strike opportunity. Nisha stunning onto the Shaker. Mind Control gets the Ravies. They're so low. Miracle's in with a Blade Fury. It's a double kill for Miracle. Zai and Nisha, they will get the kill on GH. Now they'll turn towards Mind Control. Also incredibly low. Sprout giving the vision. They know exactly where he's heading. Zai heading in. There's the vision to close the gap. They'll get mind control as well.
Zai having a regen rune, gets low after the initial jump, hides in the trees, regens up, gets a nice counter initiation. MC though, Mind Control is able to get into that backline a bit there to get that Ravage off, but now Secret, they will be able to turn it into a push.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Secret's course this game, all three of them at the top. Mid one very much so. He had that beautiful lane matchup, and this game he is looking so scary on the Arc Warden. There's a lot of potential with scaling, of course, as well on him.
Queued it up again. Queued up that Ethereal Blade again just now.
I think, you know, they know if he gets that E-Blade, any sort of stun on Miracle before the Blade Fury, and Miracle will die. Every single fight, he's gone.
It's got multiple different uses in this game. It's got the burst, it's also got the save. Someone gets Omni Slashed, you throw it on them. Drow Ranger's focusing somebody, you throw that Ethereal Blade on them. So there are definitely a lot of merits that he could look to choose to go for that one.
They find Kuro. Zai's in, quick blink of the Burrow Strike. Nisha has the damage. As Secret pick up another, can continue to push down on this top lane, as they are getting ahead by quite some bit here in this game too. A 5k lead. With their lineup and the quick plays that they can make, they're the ones in control this time round.
Yeah, and now that they have all these different items, their heroes, we were talking about how they can struggle a little bit to push just because it's not an NP core. With items, they can easily look to take those out. So in this game, they will be able to get some more map control, unlike that last one where they didn't get any tier 1s down. Get some deep wards down too from Puppey. I saw he bought all 4 wards. He actually still has them in his stash. He has not placed them just yet. They have 2 placed on the map for now. Halfway toward an agonisms now for YapzOr 2, so that Nimbus, we were already talking about global potential with both the Zeus and the NP. They have Zeus NP and Orc Warden, so lots of different plays they can make around the map with that Nimbus too. Zai can look for solo plays. He's invis right now. They don't have the NP ult right now. It's going to be coming back up.
See who he can spot out. He's going to go for it here. There's the MP, jumps in, fail as well. The magic damage will be there. Matsu tries to gust him back, but he pops. Caustic Finale finishes him off as Zai getting a big solo kill, taking Matsu out of the game. 440, slowing down that farm.
Zai having a great game. The last game he was having pretty much very limited chance. In this one, 406 is top.
Mid1 getting a bit of solo action as he will get the kill on Kuro. Mind Control's going to be there with a chase down. Ravage onto the 2 of them. But he's on his own at the moment. Now Miracle does turn up. Mid1 goes for the TP out, but the Omni Slash. It bounced up, but it did bounce back. So they will end up killing off Mid1. It does out onto Zai. Blade Fury as well. Miracle wanting to get more out of this. GH has the controls. One more Burrow Strike from Zai as he'll run himself away. Nisha offering the Warcry. Zai gets the blink out. He'll survive. But a fair bit of gold going to Miracle, getting that kill. We saw there as well with the RNG. Lucky to bounce back down as he bounced up for a bounce there, and it looked like Mid1 may have had a chance of escaping, but as the RNG will will it, they do get the kill.
That would have been such a godly save by Puppey if that actually happens. But 6k gold lead, and they also got that, I think the stun from, it looked like the stun from Zai hit as the Ravage clip, so he was able to catch Miracle a little bit off guard there. And Miracle is going to be going for the Battle Fury build in this game. So I wanted to be able to keep that farm up, and also he's playing versus Nature's Prophet, so just hanging on to your Calling Blade as long as possible. So he's going to be nice as your melee carries.
And would you say, sort of looking at the heroes that Liquid have, they do have this Drow that, you know, we all know the power of the 25 Drow, and with the Jug, if they do want to try and play it slow, play for the scaling, does their lineup look pretty solid in the late game against Secret, or do you favor this Arc Warden?
They both just have really strong. They both have really strong late game because it's really going to be up to a lot of that initiation, and that's the one thing I'm looking at Liquid, where they have the Earthshaker and the Tidehunter, where that amount of control in comparison to Secret might be enough to push it over. But Secret, with this advantage right now, are looking quite strong. That's almost the E-Blade finished up, and the Aghanims on YapzOr too. So a couple different item timings coming together for Secret.
Huge amounts of burst. Any cores, we say, caught out by a stun on Secret, on Liquid, will die very, very quickly. Needs to travel on Zai, so he's more than prepared to join any sort of fight that kicks off.
Oh, I'm really liking Zai's item build this game. I love the Veil, just because we've already talked about how much magic damage. He makes him tankier as well. So many different uses. Now these bots, we already mentioned global potential. He throws it on top too. They can bring and outnumber Liquid in most situations.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's amongst all sort of the chaos and the killing, Miracle himself still being able to play a very safe game. Only dying the once. His farm still very, very good. He's keeping on par with Nisha Sven. very close behind mid-one's Arc Warden. And with the Battle Fury, definitely, if time is there and he's able to find those camps without Secret taking over too much control of Liquid's half of the map, he can catch up and he could even get ahead.
All right, that's the E-Blade finish now. Let's see what mid one can make happen with it, with all this magic damage. Continuing to pressure down bottom. See, Zai is down here too, waiting for someone, but the vision.
Ooh, they get the Ice Puff off in time. Zai's Epicenter's cancelled. He's trying to look for the escape, but GH jumps in, follows up the Fissure as Zai's blocked off, silenced up, and taken down. Liquid, they get the kill. Zai ever so close to being able to get away with making that Epicenter play. Just in time. Kuro having that disabled from afar.
Bit of farm game here. We see them now starting to push out their lanes a little bit more. Miracle, who said he went for the Battle Fury, so he wants to keep farming. Same thing with Nisha. He's got his BKB finished on the Sven, but you want that blink before you really start looking to get involved into fights, because he wants to get, we were mentioning about getting in the back lines, how important it is for Liquid, but also for Secret's important. They can get on top of that Drow range in a lot of those instances too. And they always will have vision is important for Secret in the fights. Zeus ult gets popped, Nisha can look and pick and choose who he wants to go for once he has blink.
First time this patch apparently here with the E-Blade pickup on mid one. Not something that any of the other pros have at least tested in competitive, in their career games. Potentially in pubs, but not within a tournament.
Yeah, we were seeing a lot of that Arc Warden when it was playing versus the Tower Blade a lot of times, and you're just trying to match that scale potential and carry. This is just a different approach, and it's a great game for the E-Blade for all the previously mentioned reasons.
So many. All about those saves, as you say.
And even Puppy's queued one up.
Big defensive plays. Okay.
Puppy's got a Ghost Scepter. He's like, I'm going to go for an E-Blade too. Why not? We have all this magic damage, and you guys really have just physical damage on your Jug and your Drow. And if we can just survive versus those, it can be really nice for us. And you see the Drow picks up that BKB. Matumba Man needing that very early versus all this magic damage.
And top lane Zai goes for the Burrow Strike. They've got the Nimbus set up as well. Puppy's there, trapping Mind Control. Up with the Sprout. Mind Control cannot get himself out of this. Cannot get around it. Secret get the catch. Now Burrow Strike. Zai looking towards Miracle, but a simple Blade Fury and TP out afterwards will get him back to the safety at the bottom half of the map. They'll still try for the chase forward. They have that vision, their sentry, they observe it down. They'll get the spot onto Curran. Zai, he's not done yet either. Jumps over towards mid, BKB, and a TP out will get Matumba Man back to safety, but it's these BKB charges now being forced. Secret continuing to rule this game too.
They're just able to make these quick movements around the map because of how they've itemized in just their heroes. They have all this global potential that they always seem to have the numbers on Liquid. Liquid's trying to move around and just keep these lanes pushed out, even though they have a Drow Ranger. But yeah, Secret just keeps outnumbering and bringing the pressure on. And they're still keeping that farm up as well. Those two cores just staying at the top. Miracle is getting close to Nisha,
He's catching up. The Battle Fury and then the Manta style, about 1200. He'll have it.
Yeah.
So that sort of counterplay against a lot of these stuns. Zai is going to go for the epi play. I mean, with the Nimbus, they've got a lot of damage. Is in time. No, Miracle. Blade Fury, healing ward out. So close, though, to having the magical damage output to get that kill. Zai, Burrow Strike, able to disjoint the Omni Slash. They're still able to get the kill, though. As GH, Matsu will have the chase down to kill off Zai. It was a very, very respectable attempt though from Zai, as it looked like he nearly had that damage. Up top, an attempt with the E-Blade onto Mind Control.
Still have the healing ward down. Mind Control will be okay. Clutch the GH there for that situation too. That Fissure just not allowing even like an extra auto attack from Zai could have brought down Miracle. So we're looking at Miracle a bunch about his item build, Battle Fury into Manta. He still doesn't have a great just core versus core matchup. Sven overall versus the Jug can be a bit tough because you just have this super high HP pool, high armor. You're going to build into these armor items as well. And your Warcry is just great versus Jug overall.
See what they can find with this smoke. GH able to get the fish connection onto Nisha. Ebon, Tempest double on the backlines, can start to force around with the supports. Ravage will come out. Cancels the TP, using the Echo Slam as well, locking down Nisha, making sure he can't get the BKB out early, as they'll catch out the Sven. Mid one did end up being able to kill off Kuro with the double, but definitely the greater kill for Liquid, getting Nisha. And now with the push onto the tier 1 tower. Fortification will be there, but Liquid will be sure to stand their ground, push on, as this tower will pretty much give Miracle the goal to have the Manta style complete.
They had to expend 2 ultis there to get Nisha though, so when he respawns, we could just see Secret make a fight, or maybe just run to that Roche pit and look to try to force the engagement there. They know there's no Echo, they know there's no Ravage, the 2 big ones for Liquid at the moment. So we're going to see in 20 seconds what choice they want to make. But right now we see them pushing in all those lanes. And it does seem like that could be their option.
And the power of the Prophet and the Arc Warden, all lanes always likely to be in a situation that makes it very hard for Liquid to get out and off their side of the map to make a play. They're always going to have to be playing, responding to those moves, that control that Secret has globally, and allows Secret a lot of space. Roshan is starting to be looked towards.
Yeah, no ultis, so they have to just try to force this one here a bit, but they don't have the TP on Nisha, actually. That's right, he used it to try to survive down bottom, so they have to walk the way over. See Zai playing aggressive.
Gets in with the Burrow Strike. There's the ult as well. GH is down. Zai, quick to find the catch, and without a Shaker, very hard for Liquid to throw anything into this pit to stop Secret getting the Roche. They got a lot of damage, a lot of siege, very safe as well with the summons of the Treants. It should be an Aegis for Secret. Once that's picked up, Secret have a multitude of options to go for next. As the Aegis now in the hands of Nisha, a creep away from hitting level 18 as well. As the race continues to be on, where Miracle desperately trying to continue to keep his farm on par with the cause of Secret, so that when those pushes from Secret coming onto the high ground, they have something to present. Bottom lane Zai, in with the jump onto Matu, pots the BKB, tries for the TP out, but they've got the right click. Matu's dead, no buyback available.
Man, Zai is just everywhere for this team right now, just setting up every single kill for themselves because of this itemization that he's gone for. That little bit of extra damage really does make the difference with the Veil. Yeah. He's able to bring these targets down with the combination of Yapzor in all of these situations.
Top lane.
Top.
Miracle will be able to get back with the Blade Fury TP. Certainly needs to as well. Secret now with a 10k lead. Mind Control's going to jump in, looking towards mid one. Again, Zai onto the back lines. Jumps in with the Burrow Strike. GH getting pulled down low by the Nimbus. Will be able to turn, get a Fisher out. Miracle puts the Manta on top of Zai. They're looking to finish up the kill. They'll get the kill on the Sand King. Can they get anything more though? That's the question. They'll try and find Mind Control. But the healing wall from Miracle is keeping Mind Control healed up and allows him to back off. There's the slide in from mid one's Tempest double, but they will be able to farm that one up. A bit more go. I say that he's, I don't know, E-Blade himself trying to stop them from getting the last touch upon it. They still will find it in Liquid. They're actually continuing the chase out here on towards Puppey. And Yapzor, there's a buyback from Zai. He wants to try and get over and help out his teammates. He has the boost to travel. He'll be ready to join the fight straight again. Nisha jumps in, stun onto Kuro. They'll be able to get the dragon. Can they get more? Matu and Miracle, they're trying to run. Zai unable to get in close enough to find the blink stun. Liquid will back off. Secret still holding the lead. Did use that buyback on Zai. Still able to take the favorable kills, keep the trades in their favor. And of course, as this all goes on, mid one still farming away an absolute treat. Double damage rune on the bottom lane as well. They could do something even more with that.
They're all really farming an absolute treat. That's the other thing about having all these different global heroes, is they can show up to a fight and then leave the fight and just continue to farm. So you see Puppey, 5 position Nature's Prophet, by the way, having an Ethereal Blade in a second. So both of these two supports, we see them near matching Mind Control's farm in this game. And Zai, he's kind of forcing that to happen, right? Zai's making all these moves around the map, so it's allowing these supports on Secret to farm a lot more. Liquid do still have their ultimates available. They didn't actually expend any of them there in that last situation. And
Nisha ready to run in with that double damage and God Strength. So Mind Control very quick to blink away as soon as the ult was popped by Nisha. He'll be able to get the tier 2 mid though. Secret now taking all of the outer towers away from Liquid. This is getting up to that point at the high ground offense for Liquid.
Yeah, they're just continuing the aggression constantly and not letting Liquid really get too much breathing room. You see them kind of getting trapped in their base, except for Miracle. The one thing that he does have that's thankful is he can always Blade Fury TP when he is going for these split push plays. He's going for the hardest carry type potential build as well on Miracle. We see he's got the Battle Fury, the Manta, straight into Butterfly. He knows that he needs to have this like super performance on the hero and just needs to have this straight physical damage to be able to deal with what Secret has, but they have a lot of ways to mitigate it.
Now Liquid immediately out of the base, smoking up towards Miracle's position, sort of hoping that Secret were baited into this top half of the map. At the moment, Zai and mid one the ones to be up here. Scan's going to hit those. Secret know what's up.
They see bottom wave pushing in, they see mid pushing in. They're sensing that something's up when Miracle showed himself top for even a moment. That smoke can come out. Usually the natural smokes that we see a lot of teams do is you smoke to your carry. It's the safest one because if they are trying to gank him, you make the gank at the opposing time. Put some wards up as well. We see bottom being forced. This Tempest double.
Now they've got to get back. As again, just this split push pressure. Every single time, whether it be a Tempest double or Puppey's Nature's Prophet. Liquid struggling to be able to find and make that team play that they want to do so. With this lineup, with this Tide Shaker, this jump and go they want to commit with, it's so hard to do so. With Secret having the lead, having the advantage, and having this global power that's just so easy for them to execute.
Yep, they just keep splitting them up, and we're just seeing Miracle really getting the most of the farm here on Liquid. We see the Drow Ranger Matumba Man has been completely stopped in his farm, has the Hurricane Pike for the defensive, but just besides that, it's just a BKB. He's not able to find too much on the map, just because of how much pressure Secret's putting.
They're going to go for another smoke. Once again, hoping the Miracle's going to be a bit of a bait. Scan out will be there, did clip them for a little bit, so they know the Secret is here around, and it is real mid one in the mid showing himself.
Got that butterfly finished for Miracle.
That's heavy backup behind mid one. And he's keeping it safe, leads forward with the Tempest double. Secret still on the high ground. This smoke movement, again, another one from Liquid that doesn't look like it's going to result in anything working out for them. They just have to back away, get themselves out of here. Mid one just forcing them back on his own with the Tempest double.
And they immediately push out the side lanes too. As soon as they see that fight not happening anymore on Secret's okay, we're going to send Puppey back to our top so we can keep farming. Wrath of Nature to push out those lanes. Zai constantly looking on the prowl to set up for some kills, while YapzOr mid one just farm. Secret feeling pretty comfortable now with all the space that they've gotten on the map. YapzOr having a great time on the Zeus.
Regeneration.
I mean, for Liquid now, they've tried 2 times to come out with these smokes and to try and catch Secret off guard on the map. It's not working. I mean, is there a point where they just have to sort of sit back and wait? They're not going to get the chance to do so though, because bottom Matsu is already getting jumped on. We'll get the BKB off. And again, it's another charge just having to be used to get him out of there. They aren't able to find situations where they can fight offensively with the BKB.
They're trying to force things to happen on Liquid because they know they're getting out-farmed. They know Secret's controlling the map, they keep forcing this out, but every time Liquid is trying to make these smoke movements, it's just told. It's told in the lanes. You can see what's happening because it's just constantly getting forced in from a Wrath of Nature, from a Tempest double, from Zai with some boots of travel. So they are getting just great reads around the map, and they've even just placed only defensive wards on Secret. They're recognizing we are farming so much more than them. If we just keep this pace up, we're going to win the late game just based off of that.
And with the itemization, they just have so many good answers for Miracle's Jug.
Yeah.
The double E-Blade, triple effectively with the Tempest double, right? Not able to quite catch Miracle on that jump in the middle lane. And also now the Yules on YapzOr. He is no longer threatened by the Omni Slash. They get Kuro. Kuro's gone Puppey. There's the E-Blade on Miracle, and Manta will remove it and allow him to back off.
How do you actually focus target as Liquid now?
I
It's
don't
so
think they
difficult
can.
because, like you said, triple E-Blades, they've got double Yule Scepters as well. They've on the Sand as well as that Zeus. So who's the target that you really want to go for it? The Sven? He's the one who doesn't have those, but the Sven is never the target you want to go for. He's too tanky, so it does seem really hard for their target situation.
You've got to just look towards some godly jumps in from the Shaker, from GH, from Mind Control.
You have to get them during the disables, pretty much. You have to kill them before they're able to get those items and save themselves.
I think that's the only way they get back into this one, Liquid.
Yeah. And we see another E-Blade queued up. YapzOr is also like, yeah, of course I'm going to get one. It's the dream game to get this type of item.
It just makes it so hard for Miracle to kill anybody. I mean, Mata as well. They're just not going to be able to right-click anybody down. By the time that sort of the disarms end or the Ghost Form finishes, they're very likely to have taken a lot of damage themselves because Nisha, he's packing a punch.
Absolutely.
Daedalus stun.
And they continue to just claim this map control. You see Liquid, they can't really even push out. My control's like walking along trees. Even Miracle's starting to get a bit more afraid of just going for this because, like you were mentioning, one disable and he could just get burst down from Secret. Yeah. They're looking to maybe make a play here onto Zai.
They do go for the jump in. Zai falling low. Zai, can he get himself out of this? Yule's up into the air with the Blade Fury. Miracle trying to chase the guy. Zai, Forest strikes up, but he's dead. They get the kill. So 1-for-1 GH for Zai. Zai was dead for a very long time after that previous buyback earlier. 90 seconds without the Sand King. This is a window for Liquid to try and find more. Sure, they don't have the Shaker, they don't have the Slam, but they do still have the Ravage to play with.
It's just so hard. Immediately you look at the lanes and Puppey's been doing his job. He's a Nature's Prophet, spamming Wrath of Nature. So lanes are pushed in. They can't actually look for making another play. They can't take an objective off of it either, even though the Sand King is dead for such a long time. You see how much they have to expend. It's all about that chain stun. He almost ends up surviving just because he gets the Yule Scepter off. Tumba
has to, again, just use this BKB anytime the mid one gets his hands on him back in the river. Liquid, they do find another catch. Puppey, he's out on his own. The three of them will shut him down. That's another kill for Liquid. Starting to make very small steps back into the game.
Yep, they've gotten their lanes pushed out a bit here too, so now they're looking to touch that Roche a little bit here, but the spam from Secret is there. They want Yapzor.
They're going to try and jump in. GH in as well. They have to stun control. Yapzor, he's gone. Nisha pops the BKB, but he's trapped by the Fisher. He can't actually get in to do any of the damage required. He's got to run out now with the remainder of this BKB. There's currently 3 dead on Secret with these plays that Liquid's been able to get out and make. They're blocked with the Hex. There's the jump in. Nisha gets back in, cleans up the Shaker. They'll try and look towards Miracle as well as there's the Hex again. Mind Control has the Rampage, holds the 2 of them back. Buyback from Puppey, buyback from GH. Matuma Man pushes back Puppey with the silence. E-Blade out to slow down Mind Control. Another stun from Nisha. They're looking for this tie. Can Liquid help him out? Doesn't look like they'll need to, as Mind Control can just walk away. The Kraken and the Healing Wall keeping him safe. As teams starting to fight back, and Liquid showing they do still have some sort of sense of strength if they are able to get those jumps. As we mentioned, if GH gets in and on top of you following up a Ravage, they can get the kills during those disables.
And they did their best to try to take advantage of the time that the Sanking was dead, just trying to dive forward for those kills. But Midwin now also revealing that he has a full sheep stick in that last fight too. This Arc Warden is just tremendous. That double lockdown that he can go for it. Another means that they have to be careful for on Miracle.
Yeah, very nearly caused massive issues for Miracle. Those 2 hexes allowing Midwin to bring the jug down very, very low. Middle. So just cleaning up the wave, keeping the waves pushed back out, making sure that even though Liquid were able to strike back a little bit, that they're not going to be in a position that's allowing them to take this Roche, or at least go for the Roche fight, as that area of the map will be very scary to tackle. They don't have the Ravage. They do have Echo Slam. The Secret as well. 1 misstep from Liquid and a good burrow strike from Zai. And just starting the fight, a core down on Liquid.
Yeah, I mean, Matama Man still can deal a decent amount of damage, but he's still very weak as the Drow Ranger in comparison to the rest of the heroes in this game. The Jug is going to be the majority of that damage for Liquid, and like I said, there's so many different ways for them to mitigate it. And these lanes just always going to be pushed out every single time. Miracle, of course, hitting level 25 takes the 600 HP, especially in this type of game. He's starting to get toward critical mass in his item build, though. He can burn just, I think he might actually have the Basher up in a second, too, for this Juggernaut. But besides that, you look at his items, he's going to have to start replacing things soon or going for Moon Shards. The Blink Dagger he needs. We mentioned they don't have the natural ways of getting the backlines. He needs something to be able to jump these back heroes, this Arc Warden, this Zeus.
And despite the lead the Secret have, they're still not looking to go towards the Roshan. And there's definitely going to be a bit of them that knows that they don't really need that Aegis to take a fight at the moment against Liquid. They have a 16k gold lead, and they can certainly feel it in their items.
Yeah. Knowing that they can just have this firm control on the map and just constantly putting the pressure on all the lanes, just always pushing them out, even though they're versus Drow, who pops Aura. As the Tempest double. Will they get the gold for it?
I mean, Nisha, he's coming in.
Oh my god, Nimbus is dead!
Midwin with the Tempest double outplay, baiting him in. Zai's in with the bow strike on GH. GH is dead.
Oh my god.
Nisha pops the BKB. They have to buy back on Liquid. There's no buyback available on GH. Miracle and Kuro get themselves back in. But it's these quick jumps, these stuns, that just allow Secret to delete heroes on Liquid.
Just so much damage that comes in there. And just this Arc Warden being so farmed, being able to get the control off. Even though it's a Tempest double, Nisha is in the area with that freshly delivered AC. Also level 25 now.
Anytime that Hex is there, it just buys more than enough time for these Blink stunners to come in and follow it up.
Midwin's just putting so much pressure. Look at this. He's just running at 5 heroes with this Tempest double and forcing them back.
As now Secret will go for the Roche. They know no GH, no Echo Slam Frip for 30 seconds. And they'll take this down incredibly fast with the physical they have. They are moving over towards the pit, Liquid. Can they get here in time? They do have a Ravage. But the Roche, it's already gone. Secret, they'll claim the Aegis, and Midwin, Tempest double slid up to the high ground. He's already trying to find a catch. It's Liquid, they've got to get themselves immediately out of this area.
Far too risky for Liquid to commit forward. They need the GH Shaker there, and also, if Miracle dies, the game just ends abruptly there, so he has to be more careful with his positioning here. As we see the TP's coming down bottom. Boots of travel, look at all this, just double boots of travel down.
I mean, they get Kuro outside of the base, and he's dead for 90. The stun, it's in onto Miracle. Mind Control jumps in, trying to push Nisha away. Puppey, he played to Sam onto Matu. Now Nisha the safety to stay alive here with the first life. Big window now, Liquid having to try and hold 4 versus 5. You have the Ravage, Mind Control, not quite with the mana for it. GH has got Echo Slam, but they're losing the tier 3 tower. Secret going for this very safe and reliable siege with the Tempest double on the high ground.
They scout GH as well with
Miracle,
that Nimbus.
He's having to Blade Fury out of the trees as well. Get himself away from that. There's the Hex. Does get Kraken off. A stun's there onto Mind Control. Liquid. Put the fortification. Mind Control getting burst low by the Nature's Wrath. As they'll push on, the damage is there. Secret, they'll claim the bottom set of racks.
They can't step up. If they step up and they just get hit by all these spells, a Spark Wraith hits them, a couple Arc Lightnings, a Wrath of Nature bounces through, they have to back up and heal. Still no Jakiro for 30 seconds. They have their ults, but Secret, they're looking to force something here as they do have the option to look for shrines, and that might be what they're doing here. Just send the Tempest double, put a threat on it, clean those up.
And there's no huge rush for Secret. They only just picked up the Aegis. It's still got a good 3 minutes on it, as well as that cheese that Niche is holding.
And you kind of have 5 cores in an essence. You have your Zeus who's super farmed. Puppy's near level 20 with this E-Blade, another 4,000 gold. They all have so much money on this draft. Yeah, it's actually just 5 cores now at this point.
30k lead. One of the biggest we've seen here on the main stage. It's a game now so hard for Liquid to turn around. I mean, it's looked pretty much impossible for the most part. Again, just sort of the draft and itemization from Secret.
Yeah.
Like even the most farmed of heroes on Liquid's side, this Miracle Juggernaut, unable to do anything. He cannot get the kills. He cannot get involved in the fight. Secret have so many measures to deal with the Juggernaut.
Yeah, and they just keep throwing out that the Zeus ultimate as well, just with the scout out when Liquid does have an opportunity to make a move outside. Just have a great read on the game right now from Secret. And just continuing to keep this farm up, 30k gold advantage. Yeah, everyone's super farmed. Tempest double keeps pushing those lanes out and seeing Liquid's movements. And Matumba, man, we were talking about how his farm had stagnated. It still is. He's almost got a butterfly finished up, but they just die so fast. It's a 6-second BKB. The magic damage from Secret is just so high.
Anisha, double damage rune in the bottle, prepared for the next push.
Oof. And he's got the level 25, so that God Strength providing that more strength as well on top with that DD.
Even just him on his own. A blink, stun, and an ult. Anybody will die on Liquid's lineup. Maybe Mind Control will survive, but anyone else at least. The damage is there on the Sven. They're up to the high ground, Secret. What can Liquid do to try and slow this again? The Tempest double just going in on the front. Nibon keeping any potential defense of Liquid pushed right back. At the tier 3's take, Anisha looking towards Mind Control. Nimbus is down. Mind Control will get his way out of it.
They're pushing mid with Trins as well.
Trying to push it back here with the Gusp. The siege, the split push from both lanes. Nisha easily able to take this top Rax as there's nothing that Liquid can do to stop him.
And look at just the blanketed area of Spark Wraiths as well, just making it so much harder for them to commit forward as Spark Wraiths at level 25 become that much more threatening. 660 damage, you have a Veil on top too. If you're a support and you get hit by like 2 of these Spark Wraiths, you'll just be pretty much dead in the engagement.
Saw in game 1 how Secret were pushed behind and had to make drastic moves, drastic plays. Now it's Liquid's turn to try and do so. Mind Control jumps out with the Ravage. The Omni Slash bounces. They only bounce off to the illusions. They look to Nisha. They'll still get the kill on him once. They've won the Tempest double, leading inside. Jumps forward. There's the ult out from Yamso. Mind Control trying to help out, but Superman, he pops the BKB. E-Blades out, burst down Mind Control. Matu trapped up. Puppy with the Sprout. Locks Matu down. Matu's dead as well. No buyback available. Kuro trying his best to throw out anything that he can. But Secret, they've got the power. They have the damage to push up for more. Zai jumping into the high ground, trying to set up for another one. Miracle does come in with the bashes. The Blade through as well. E-Blade in an attempt to keep Zai safe. He's Julesed up. Zai still alive. Burrow strike away. GH jumps in. Enchant Totem. They kill off Zai. Zai buying back immediately. He knows that there's still 2 members down on Liquid without buyback. They want to push the number advantage. Mind Control trying to slow down Nisha's pushing the mid lane. Miracle. He's in. The bash is there, but the stun. Another E-Blade popped out from mid one on towards the Juggernaut, but they get the Rax. Secret. They're cleaning it all up, taking it all away from Liquid. Zai slides out of the base and Mega creeps her out.
Man, Secret just this global potential and just the ways that they split push this game, never allowing Liquid to take a great team fight, just building up this economy. Almost a 40,000 gold lead as they have 5 cores in their draft now. Looking to close this one.
He's in the setup onto Miracle. They'll force him to the side. Puppy E-blading himself. Miracle will still live. Tries to turn around, get back in with the Blade Fury, but he's got to heal up in the fountain. They've nearly got the full lineup back up, and maybe Liquid can have one final shot, but it's not going to be a big one. Mind Control blocked out, away from the fountain. Miracle jumps in. They've got the lockdown on Puppy. Puppy slides to the side with the force. He blades himself. Zai in with the burrow strike. The epicenter. Miracle's dead. Mind Control gone as well. No buyback available for Miracle, and GG is called. Secret will take game 2.
Just like in that last game, we had two people really stand out. The Darkseer as well as that Morphling for Liquid. This game for Secret, we see Zai as...
So that we can second pick Morphling and then ban to protect it and then draft around what Secret do.
And this time they ban the AA. They're like, all right, we picked it into that last time, but we've saw, you know, it is a counter. It straight up is, so just get rid of it.
With the Doom on top of it, that just would be too much for a Morphling to deal with.
And different positions to play it in as well for Secret.
Yeah.
Oracle goes out. I mean, the Darkseer was banned. I wonder why they banned the Oracle. I guess Oracle Morphling, it's just too good. You get the free save, so much heal. Never mind.
Yeah, do you think they're still going to look for a saving support? Because there's not that many left in the pool. Not really any conventional ones anymore either.
Yeah, they're banning. I mean, all the saves concepts are gone. Like the OD banish is gone.
Ooh, and there's the one we
Lion.
talked about.
Although Puppey did play Lion once, but I am leaving.
Well, look at the 3 heroes you have. That's
yeah.
What would you put Puppey on out of
He
those?
might play Doom.
You think he'll do the Croaky Doom? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Enigma used to be one of his signature heroes.
As well, dude.
Puppey, dude,
Very long time ago.
The phase boot drum build, like everyone else was like doing just random stuff. He's like phase boot drums on Enigma. See ya.
Phase drums.
That was a long. That
2012.
was yes. That was a. We watched a lot of it.
Okay.
And Doom used to be one of the Puppey's signature ones as well, and that was taking back to the first major rotation.
And these were both heroes that used to jungle level 1, and Puppey is probably the most famous jungling player in Dota 2 history, I would say, almost.
Behind Merlini, obviously, but
he invented it.
Yeah.
Puppey perfected it.
Yeah, exactly.
Jungle Lycan, Enigma, I mean, the obvious Chen Enchantress.
Oh, yeah.
Jungle everything.
He loves, he used to be one of the greediest support players out there, and jungle is the place to go when you want to be greedy.
It does mean that you gotta leave your lanes alone, which, you know, Enigma does want to play a little bit in that jungle. It means that Lion is the only support for the other 2 heroes to come. They need to be able to be a little bit self-sustainable, or safe at least.
I think we're seeing a 3-position Enigma. The 5 Enigma is unlikely.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it
Four
would be
Enigma?
Zai.
4 Enigma could be. Then yeah, I guess if Puppey's playing the line in that case.
Yeah.
And they do the Nyx and the Sand. I just think Nyx is an overall just good hero.
For sure.
Yeah.
Carapace and walking a black hole at any point in the game before the BKB comes aligned against the Doom as well. It's a very useful hero.
And you can punish people, like, you don't have the best skills for the laning phase, but you have extremely high armor and base regen, which is nice. You just get a stout shield and hit people, boots and hit people. It's not terrible.
Secret know what they want with the troll pick. And they get a 1-2 position that is just that. It can go either mid or safe lane. Like when you have that last pick of the draft, leaving it kind of open-ended where your last pick can go can be useful.
I like the troll, though. It gives you, a late game that can... I still say Morph, if you get to the late game, Morph's probably better, but Troll's one of those that can come online quicker than a Morphling, and if you get 6-slotted while Morph's still 4-slotted, you will just run over him.
Yeah, you've got more fancies out of your other heroes in that sense.
And right now, it seems like Liquid are very interested in bursting heroes down, which is why they're banishing out. I mean, they're banning out like the banishes of OD and the save of Abaddon. So why not get a carry who can inherently save himself through the burst damage?
Man, that is scary. Like, what other hero do you want to pick on Liquid for, like, your middle or anything? When you're going against a Lion, Doom, Enigma, it's so much just crazy disable.
What's the Matu pick? I mean, Lone Druid's still in the pool. Might be kind of greedy.
I mean, you can go for Razor. Pretty good against Troll Warlord. Yeah, just take him for a walk with your static link.
You don't need kind of that initiating stun here. You've got Nick Sand King. Like, you've got plenty of control already.
In middle, though, Troll actually does pretty good versus Razor because of the smaller thing, and you just go range for him. They go for it. I honestly think if they do Razor middle, you put Troll middle. I think in the side lane, Razor is way better versus Troll than in the mid lane.
I mean, they don't necessarily... Well, actually, yeah, they probably will lane it together.
Or you just... I mean, it's a good co-op game as well if mid one wants to play that.
We'll see if it gets banned out.
It is always tricky versus Nyx, but...
Yeah, that's why, like, a lot of... That's why I love Nyx so much, because it just forces to, like, the Lina we saw in the earlier series, GH's Nyx was just like, no, you're not allowed to cast any spells to get our creeps off your barracks. I'm just going to sit here and carapace everything that you do.
These drafts are... They're feeling a little more even for me than two of the other ones. And then again, I also said that I love Liquid's draft last game, and they, got handled, so...
Even. There's a Miracle Morphling. Come on now.
Well, there is. You're right.
But we said that about the GH Shaker last game also.
Yeah. You feel like this one fits better already? Like this Morphling fits well in this draft?
I mean, Matu, Razor, and Morphling on Miracle seems to be like they've done that so many times before.
I do feel you're missing a lot of team fight control in Liquid, though. Sure, you have the Sand King stun and the Nyx Assassin, but your Razor and your Morphling don't give you any control. Obviously, Morphling can take over some, but like just naturally, they have less team fighting.
They're last picking their 5 position here, so we'll see what that might be.
Never a fan of that.
Is that necessarily true?
It could be a Croaky Nyx,
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
Sure.
And that seems to be what Secret think. Shaman could be in a 4, so absolutely.
And Shaman, that actually gives you some team fight control as well, and some push, because they are lacking in the push as well. Like, you have a Morphling who, sure, can hit towers, but none of those other 3 heroes want to hit towers at all.
5 seconds remaining.
And also, most of the typical heroes that people have been picking against Enigma, like the Jakiro or the Grimstroke, these heroes cannot deal with Eidolons on the side of Liquid that easily.
I like the Naga ban. It's like you have the Troll, he is going to be your carry. The Naga would just split up the map a lot like an Arc Warden would do.
Another hero that can slow down teamfights. Another hero that gives you a disengage.
I wonder if Liquid want to consider saying to actually be able to stop that BKB black hole for the late game, because they do have Morphling, which suggests it could go late game, and
10 seconds remaining.
you may want the Bane, the Wyvern type heroes. Wyvern.
Yep.
Good call.
And that does deal with Eidolons. That was something you mentioned out of the
Yes,
support.
very
so
true.
level 1 Splinter Blast is typically what we see now on Wyvern over the Arctic Burn, unless you're going for like a Courier Snipe, and you're quite a strong laner at level 1.
I do like the late game support. Like I love the Doom Enigma line because they all scale so well into the late game. Is like these supports, right? So the Morphling is the overall best carry, but then you look at the supports and it's just like those guys are scary. Like any of them with BKB refreshers, it's just insanely scary.
Yeah, that's why I can understand Liquid banning out the Naga Siren. They don't want to have to deal with having to go late.
Secret Arc Wardens, I would laugh. I don't think you can. Well, I guess against Nyx, it's a little bit hard. It's not terrible.
It would be funny.
It would be really good. No, it's way too greedy. With an Enigma and a Doom, I just said they were like super greedy, so yeah, never mind. They can't.
So they need a core that is not super greedy.
Yeah, someone who ganks, and it'll be a TA.
TA it is.
Reasonably greedy.
Look at these drawings. People make some insane.
Dude, they're artists. Yeah, we got a lot of.
I think the dog is printed.
The
Yes,
Meepo and
to
the
be
Morph.
fair, yes, Beaver.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't do that. I can barely do stick figures. The TA pick, I like it. It's greedy in a sense. It's really greedy during the laning phase, but once you get like a Deso Blink, you take Roche, you just start running over people while your Troll's going to be farming.
Has an important factor as well that we've been talking about, a vision.
It does.
Yeah.
Vision and
The
Roche.
trap.
Of course, a specialist on the hero, but mid one has been doing some spectacular stuff, so.
They had a great performance in the mid lane last game. Obviously, this time, as you say, it's not sort of a clean-cut advantage that you can have with this hero, but you cannot write off the magic that mid one can bring in his 1v1 performances.
Yeah, it can be a bit concerning if it does get to the later stages of the game. You're playing versus, sure, you have these like, really hard scaling heroes that can go up, but it is a Yapsor Enigma and it is Puppey playing the line. So it's not Yapsor going to be this like Aghanim's line or anything. He's going to be that Enigma. And there is the potential of the Morphling, of course, Miracle popping off, but he can also turn into Razor in the later stages of the game. And you look, Troll and TA, if they're both linked up, the damage is just not going to be there for Secret in the later stages, if that is the choice, that the target that he wants to be morphing into. So a lot of potential for the Morphling to turn into all these different heroes.
It'll be interesting to see in that sense what sort of build Matuma Man goes for, because we saw last time when that was the case, and I believe they did win the game, he goes for this very tanky build, the Crimson Guard into the Shiva's Guard, just making sure that he can stay alive, because that's all his life is. It's just making sure he can static link.
Yeah, definitely a possibility in this one. Atos, not too bad either. They already have a lot of stun in setup, though, so he might not even want to go for that one. It does always give you those stats, which are great, though.
Top lane. Liquid reveal themselves from the trees. Puppey does hold on to the stun. He's able to hold back GH, but GH, he's got the stun to follow it up afterwards. As they'll block him off, give the first blood to Miracle. They've got to be careful. Miracle, of course, earlier in this series, getting the quad Rampage to seal that first match. Secret, they've got to do everything they can to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, that was Puppey who had TP'd up there as well, because they were changing their lanes. But Liquid, they get lanes that they wanted. They have a great setup here. They have this Sand King in the bottom lane doing just fine. He's even walking in to look to... Okay, My Control actually has been giving 2 sentries. We've been seeing the teams doing this a lot now when you have Sand King, so he doesn't have to worry about the lane. He's actually going to walk in and block the Enigma's camps. As you're quote-unquote offlaner. And oh my, that is a full link.
It is. He does have the refraction back up.
But mind control's here.
There's 3 heroes surrounding him. Bow strikes out. And that's a kill. Matu getting the kill on mid one. As he's off to a great wave off the back of that there. The CS was even as it is. But now getting that kill, that a bit of a leg up against mid one's TA. It's going to do huge things for Matuma Man in the 1v1.
Yeah, definitely. He's just going to be able to put that much more pressure, and we see Miracle's free farming top already too. Mind control should be able to do fine down bottom, but Nisha is at least going to have good farm down here. We actually saw YapzOr did something different this game. We've been seeing a lot of people just pooling the ring of regen. He actually just farmed until he could get the ring of health, and then gave the full ring of health to Nisha instead of having, you know, where you give both. You give ring of regen, then you give health. It's just a very fast ring of health on this troll. So the sustain is very useful.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, Nisha should be pretty safe down here.
Absolutely.
That +9 constant HP regen means that he can stand there and take the abuse out from the Sand King without the need to back up and have to rely on purchasing a lot of regen and sustain for himself.
Yep. Keep trying to threaten that mid lane, just bringing a couple heroes there over there, because they already solidified the top lane for Miracle. He's going to have a good time once he gets some levels versus this Doom.
But this is normally the case, right, when you run the Enigma. You know that in the lanes, you're not going to necessarily come out top of them. You're going to do your best to not fall behind.
Happy bottom.
But it's going to be hard to get kills. To say that, though, because bottom, GH, he's got the spike carapace out in time. Nisha's holding the attacks back, gets the first hit route. Only needs one more. Oh, the dodge. Actually dodging the nuke, and with the Fairy Fire pot, GH is still alive. Nisha's still trying to find it here, but mind control, another stun, holds back the troll, and GH will be allowed to walk back to safety.
Ooh, these quick little side steps. Nisha off the mark.
Unable to get that kill. Liquid still the ones. 2 kills at the moment on the board.
Yeah, YapzOr is being slowed down heavily, though, just because that 1 sentry where we were talking about. Mind control with that invasive play that he did, he blocked that camp, so we see YapzOr only level 2. The timing will not be as fast as usual. Your 5-minute dominator will be delayed a bit because of that camp blocked. We see the TA, we see mid one starting to recover in that matchup. Even though he's playing versus a Fraser who got that early first blood, boots early onto the pressure.
You get the stun. Into the Hex onto GH, Spike Carapace, but again, Nisha holding off at his attacks. Mind control, Burrow Strike, and another stun out for GH. GH trying to get back underneath the tower. They've got the range, though. Secret this time will get that kill.
YapzOr, instead of just waiting for his camps to respawn, he's like, I'm going to just keep at least trying to do something. Actually makes an aggressive play with the Enigma, getting that Malefice early on to just go for a kill. Something not expected, definitely, from Liquid, seeing Enigma come out of his jungle. Oh, YapzOr finds a very fortunate rune down bottom, too, for that. So a regen rune can continue to jungle. But that Morphling,
I was going to say Secret, they've got to be a little aware of this. They are allowing Miracle the space to have this free farm lane. That's down bottom. Puppey holds onto the stun there. GH tries to bait it out with the Spike Carapace. Nisha could actually have it a go at getting the kill in response. They've got the Hex down, and Nisha, he'll get it. Another kill onto GH. Secret making the kills happen. They're setting up for a nice little boost here to the gold of Nisha. And as we say, as much as the Miracle Morph is free farming down bottom, Nisha is also having a very nice time on this bottom lane with these kills now.
Yeah, absolutely. And Zai is getting more than the Sand King in particular here. Mind control, he's moving around a bunch. He's having to play like a little bit more supporting. While Zai, he's almost level 5 on this Doom, and he can actually pressure the Morphling in the lane.
Again, these stuns. Maleficent's Kuroki does get up to the high ground. Gets the blast as well. A heavy bit of harassment out over to Nisha. So push them out of the lane, make space. More mind control to get back to farming down bottom. In the mid lane, 22 for 10 on Matu, 19 for 13 on mid one. Still very close. GH sticking around for a little bit to help out Matu keep that edge.
So it's an interesting way that these lanes are playing out. It's like Zai's still just a lone top, but you see like heroes just hovering around the mid lane. 3 heroes just keep rotating in and collapsing. Trying to benefit as much as they can off this first catapult wave.
Puppey is there on the side if mid one does get Dover bomb. Trying to get the Spike Carapace to bounce back to side blades. Won't happen. Stun's thrown out. Nothing else to follow as Matu with the 2 supports by his side. Not a target that mid one can move for at the moment. Puppey will make his way back down bottom, as this bottom lane has been where Secret have been able to punish mind control a few times. If they have the 2 supports, they can run him down and provide the lockdown required for Nisha to get the kill.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Zai is, that's the big win there for Secret, is that Zai's having a great time top. You can't actually bully a Doom at all as a Morphling this early on. He just has way too much regen with his double Devour. But now when a rotation comes in, the 2 supports from Liquid trying to put the pressure on.
But despite Carapace, onto the Scorched Earth, Miracle comes in. See if they have the damage to bring him out. They're going to need a lot of body blocks if they want the chance to do so, but he's speedy. Zai
40 HP regen as well, 37.2 when he eats a Tango.
Yeah, has that armor as well with the phase boots complete. Yep. He's a hard kill to get.
And even just the toughness aura, that extra 3 armor that he gets from the Wild Wing, the Ripper that he ate, a little bit more to be able to tank that physical damage from Morphling.
That mid lane, I mean, definitely despite the fact that mid one did get taken down earlier.
He's out leveling him.
He is.
Just because of those denies he's able to get
He's
so many.
But here's that early pressure that we expect to see from Secret.
As soon as that Dominator's finished up, that's why we see the Enigma picked up so much. He's very under leveled though. It's only level 3 Enigma. Usually you're like level 4, 4.5, maybe even 5 at this point.
Sentry's down. They're going to look to try and make the aggressive play onto Mind Control, but a TP comes in from GH. Secret will have to be careful. They don't have the damage to kill off the Sand King. GH and Kuro coming in. They'll push Secret off that bottom tower.
Rotate as many heroes as possible in order to just slow down the push. You don't want this Enigma to push this down and then just take over your jungle entirely. And when they're forcing reactions like this, now Miracle has to be a bit careful. If Zai gets a surprise Doom from the tree lines, he can look for kills onto Miracle. Already level 6 up now with that phase boot and that crown.
3 heroes from both teams still around this bottom lane. GH. X as Nisha cuts through the trees, trying to close the gap on the 2 of them. We'll get the slow out onto GH. GH, he's stunned up. The micro's there. Yapsel brings in the Centaur and locks him down. Another kill for Secret on this bottom lane.
Yep, they're putting pressure down bottom because they know Zai's doing great top. And Miracle's now starting to back up and actually just have to farm jungle because there's that risk of you dying. You just get caught off guard once. They might have to actually start to do some rotations, maybe try to pressure and kill this Doom so Miracle can have a home again. They're actually going to bring Mind Control, and yeah, that looks like it's going to be the move. Try to kill this Doom.
And all 3 cores banding together on this top lane to make a play on Zai.
Not something you see every day here.
Not
Three
at all.
cores in
8
one lane in 8
minutes in.
minutes.
The 3 cores are coming. Zai, he's not going to know what's coming in here. He's got a lot of speed, though. Can he run his way away from this? It doesn't look like it. They've got more than enough right-click. Between the heavily agi-shifted Morph and the static link damage sucked up by Matuma Man.
But
they'll get Zai out of the lane.
It is a 3-man core rotation. So they want to turn it into more because when they're doing that...
Yeah, it's got to be hugely efficient.
Absolutely. You know that Secret's going to just split up on the map and they're going to just start to farm out as much as possible. Mid one just goes straight to jungle. They have Yapsor continue to farm on that Enigma, so you see that there's that like 2k gold lead right now for Secret for the next few moments, but they really want to get this tower off this, and it looks like they will be able to at least.
And down bottom here, look, with the courier, Secret keeping the eyes on Kuro, chasing him down here with the Venerling. As Kuro will turn, not a lot he can do to the courier as he has a very weak right click. As the courier continues to sort of mock him, keep the vision upon him in the mid lane. GH run down, mid one. As the damage, here's the setup there once again from these movements now. Zai getting involved up and down the map after being taken out of that top lane to strike back hard and catch Liquid off guard elsewhere.
Miracle's going to port bottom to try to just get some farm down here, but there's going to be the continued pressure from Secret. Miracle does have to be careful. He doesn't just get caught by some instant hex when he's sitting at low HP. Might have to sit a little bit higher. He's sitting at 800, so a little bit safer here, but still can be at risk of getting chain stunned. He made one to get himself a regen. Nice rune luck here coming out for Secret for sure. They're going to be able to claim themselves, it's like 3 of the bounties.
Oh, but that means Secret, they've got to be feeling pretty good about this 10 minutes of the game. They have a 3k lead. They have this draft with a Yaps or Enigma. They've got away with it in the laning stage. They are ahead overall as a team.
Absolutely, and they're actually finding plays around the map too. They're looking to put the pressure on Kuro, but GH coming in.
See if they can go for Nisha. It's hard though. Puppey and Yaps are by his side. They can't punish the troll or punish Secret for being this deep in their jungle.
It's such low-level supports in this game. It's a level 4 Lion. The Enigma now hits level 5. Usually you're much higher level because you get that free jungle, but then look at the supports of Liquid too. Even though they've been giving some lanes, it's a level 4 Nyx and a level 4 Wyvern as well. Already almost at the 11-minute mark. They're going to eat their tomes to get their 6, at least one of them, but yeah, just a lot of rotations around the map. And oof, GH, careful with those side blades.
And Zai just continuing to soak up the space up top. They may have been able to take him out with that 3-man, 3-core gank earlier. But Zai still level 8. And level with the other 2 cores on Secret is now bottom. They'll try for the play. Miracle did get the shift off. As he has the strength being built up. Roots are there from Nisha. It's a very hard kill to get if they do not get that disable before he starts to build the strength back up.
They're just putting the pressure on. It's actually just going to be a drum into a BKB, looks like, rush onto Zai. I was curious to see if maybe someone was going to go for that rush Spirit Vessel. I've seen teams not buying it as much versus that Morphling anymore, though. Of course, you can play around it with your Morph that one time with that one Dispel, but still a very good item. We still could see them look to pick it up later on. As GH does have the Vendetta now, so he is looking to make some aggressive plays, but the Dire Scan, Secret also has Deep Vision down 2 inside of this area, so they see the move from Liquid. Zai's having a blast. That Max Devour as well, so his gold's going to keep increasing more than that of the Sand King that Mind Control is playing. Quiet Sand King game these first 12 minutes. Only 3-4. The quietest game I think we've had so far in this series, but 4K gold advantage already for Secret.
Yeah, Secret just farming up the map. Every single lane in the jungle as well. They're able to move out in areas that for now Liquid will struggle to go without being a threat of losing their lives.
Liquid has to get Kuroki level 6 in these next few moments. You see he's sapping the mid lane. It's really important to get this 6 because in these next like 3-4 minutes, you could see Secret. As soon as that Desolator is finished up on the TA, they could just look to make that move into that Roche Pits. Liquid needs to have their ultimates available to be able to set up the combo.
The mid one here in that middle lane, denying so much as well still from Kuro when he does show.
Almost level 12 on this TA.
Another brilliant start from mid one in the middle lane.
12, the next highest is level 9, and that's the Morphling, who has been farming a decent amount inside that jungle. Same thing with Zai, who's also level 9, but yeah, mid one. Even though dying at that start of the game, keep up.
It's top. Liquid will look to try and go for Zai once again. The break's hit,
so
but
fast.
He's zooming out of there. They do have the spike carapace to set up for the stun. Mid one's going to be around to help out Zai, as now they'll turn. Doom down onto Matuma Man. They should have the damage, and they do. Matu's gone. They can look for more. Puppey, the Hex, the Finger, there's 2. Picked up by Secret. Double kill for mid one. And a Finger of Death buff up for Puppey as well.
Zai just having this incredible amount of farm. I mean, phase, drums, Nyx Assassin. Sure, you have the Carapace to set up off that Scorched Earth, but still, they don't have enough damage to bring him down. And Secret was in the area. Off that kill, they have the Deso finished out, coming on the Courier soon. They're looking to just pressure these towers.
They got the Dust for Mind Control. But a quick Burrow Strike will make his way out of there before Puppey can land the Hex. But this tower's going down. 14 minutes in, Secret hitting these timings with the pressure, with the lineup that they hope to do so at the back of this draft. GH tries to move forward, but Secret won't proc the Spike Carapace. They'll back out more than safely. As it's a 7K lead now for Secret at just 14 minutes in. 4 heroes farming an absolute treat on their lineup, as Yapzor, he's up there with the rest of the cores.
Yeah, he's going for a straight BKB as well, even though there is the BKB piercing spell, of course, from that Wyvern that he does have to worry about in the later stages. That's the only one. If he's able to just play around it, Kuroki's still not even level 6 as well, too. He could have an early BKB, and that's still very strong. We look at Liquid's draft, and they're mostly magic damage early on still, too. It does take time for that Morphling to ramp up, especially because he's been slowed down a little.
These cores are just so farmed on Secret. Nisha's got his Diffusal Blade complete.
Already.
They've got Dust on GH. GH, he cannot run away from this one. He's being blocked up. Will turn with a stun. He's juked out by Yapzor. He's trying to escape, but the slow's out from Nisha. They have their eyes upon him. He'll pop the stick charges. One more hit would do it from the Troll, and there's the slow. Kill for Nisha. The Troll having a very, very good start in that bottom lane, has now propelled itself into a place where Zai walks in, takes the bounty rune away from him. Mid one, he's diving up to the high ground. He's been statically, but it doesn't matter, or does it? Maybe with the Cold Embrace. Mid one's got to be careful. He cannot get that physical damage off to kill Matuma Man, and with that save, he gets the kill still.
Oh
and
my God.
He's still alive. He's got a mount available, he's got a TP, he's into the trees, he's out of there. They couldn't keep Matuma Man safe, and they could not kill mid one.
What a play by mid one, just walking in versus the Razor. He kills it under the shrine with 3 heroes. It doesn't matter, he gets Cold Embrace.
It felt like there was no way he was going to get away with that, but he did. Staying alive for that whole duration of the Cold Embrace, it didn't matter that they could keep Matu alive for a little bit because they just couldn't fight for the reflection. They couldn't kill mid one quick enough.
And they would think that they would kill him too, because they put down the Sentry Ward, they're right with the Mel, but they didn't kill the trap, even though they had that Sentry Ward down. So he's able to use it. He let it prime itself as well for that extra slow. They put the ward down. That's also wasted as well for the time. 10K gold advantage.
10K lead at 16 minutes in.
Secret's just outmaneuvering all over.
And the fact that all 3 of their cores are just uniform in farm. Top lane Kuro having to use the curse to keep himself alive.
But this is,
want him. I mean, this is scary. When the 1, the 2, and the 3 all have the same amount of high-level fire. Mid one's in, a couple of hits. Kuro is dead. Secret starting to overrun Liquid here in game 3. Nisha will be found out, but Yapso's going to walk in. He's trying to go for the setup. There will be the spike campus now. Come in with the black hole. It's down onto the one of them, onto Matuma Man. Matuma's still alive. Mind control. The backup's there. Jumps in. Epicenter. Burrow strike with the ults out from Nisha. Matu incredibly low as Nisha does get dragged in by his own ultimate. GH still waiting under the cover of Invis. Has that Vendetta hit. Nisha trying to juke it around. Turns back towards Matuma Man, but Mind control has the stun locked down. They do manage to get the kills on both of them.
Miracle as well is also able to survive a Doom in the meantime in that mid lane while that whole situation's happening bottom. I think the Finger as well. I think he actually survived both.
And they're quick to make plays. They know that mid one's alone up top. Mind control. He's hunting him down. Straight in with the setup from the Burrow strike. There's GH's follow-up. The rest of Liquid coming in. They're in a 9k gold deficit, but they're hitting back hard. Mid one, he's able to walk away, though they couldn't get the rest of the team in time as Zai was there making sure Matuma Man had to hold back. They'll turn towards the Doom instead, but Zai so incredibly tanky with his drums, Ogre Glove and Phase. It is 4 heroes being down onto him. Can they kill him? There's the drums pop, the Scorch Stuff as well. Zai can walk away. Another curse holds him in place, but mid one, Yapso and Puppey, they are there to help out. Nisha's also come across too. Mind control tries to track it onto mid one with the turn. The meld hit. Mid one claims the kill onto Mind control. Zai will finally fall. The Secret, can they look for more out of this? GH, Matsu, and Kuro all relatively low. Stun out from the Mud Golem. They're up to the high ground. Miracle is playing around with the supports on the backline, drawing their attention away from the rest of the team. The Spike Carapace, though, they're in. Miracle, he's stunned, he's rooted. Miracle cannot escape. Another kill for Secret. As they get the Morphling, Liquid have to get the remaining members out of there. There's a trap slow towards GH. He has the Vendetta. He should be okay to get out of there. They keep in vision here with the Mud Golem, but they'll let GH be.
I love how both teams are just responding every single time. Top lane, it's like the biggest thing that they can gain out of this is if they can get a big fight and turn it into a Roche, but there's no bounty rune spawning, there's no towers there to claim. They're just straight up battling versus each other and matching the aggression. I love it. As even though Miracle, in the first situation in that mid lane, he survives the Doom and the Finger afterwards, there's still ways that Secret can run him down. They do have a lot of damage, and that lockdown is still there. Lion, one of the more annoying heroes that still can be chosen versus that Morphling.
Puppey trying to take a poke at GH, but it is deep on Liquid's half of the map. Mind control responds. Get Puppey. Trying for mid one as well, but the blink's out and delivered. He's able to jump away from the static link. No way of breaking through the refraction. Matuma Man on his own. Still Secret holding the 9k lead. Nisha on top of the defusal, a few minutes away from having a BKB. At that point, it's, you know, they have to get the static link. If they do not static link the troll, Nisha's going to just run straight through the fight and tear them apart.
And it's going to be tough for them to get to that, right? Because they have Zai, who has a full BKB on this Doom, who's already been such a nuisance. He's just going to charge at them and force spells on him. And when he pops the BKB, yeah, those spells will be wasted. Now he's got it delivered. They're going to go for this smoke. Fingers up also in about 3 seconds. They've got it all available. This is the kill somebody, go straight to that Roche pit with the TA.
They got the black hole in 20 seconds as well for Yapso.
Want to try to get this.
The Lincolns. Miracle starting to shift. GH has the stun. They're going to jump forward with the meld hit, but Miracle too much HP to work with. They'll look towards GH instead. Slow from the diffusal blade. GH is fingered and out. Puppey gets the kill. Kuro does get a good curse here. Dragging in the 4 of them. And that's going to go Zai. Mind control, follow up. Jump in with the epicenter. They found Puppey as well. Nisha, is there any help? Yapso does have a black hole available. He's moving in. Can he close the gap? He's on top of Kuro. Malefice to follow up after the cold embrace is gone, and Kuro will die. Secret, they lose 2. They'll take 2 in return. The big kill being Liquid getting Zai. That hard to kill Doom with curses like that. Kuro will get it every time.
Just absolute perfect there. Just your 5 position killing off a Doom, that is very nicely set up there. It's also, we're starting to see that combo, right? The reason they picked the Wyvern, sure, it's great versus the physical damage that comes out, but it's the setup as well. It allows your Sand King, your Nyx Assassin to line up to get your spells off.
Hit one.
We're going to see some like a triple BKB timing coming out from Secret pretty soon. Liquid, they are still mostly magic damage like we're mentioning. The Morphling's still going to be able to pack that punch, but these disables are what they need in order to actually be able to stick on a target to get that physical damage. And mid one still has some time before he has it, but the other 2, the Enigma and the Doom, will have that ready.
And even though they are that 10k behind, in these fights, they're definitely showing that with the lineup Liquid has, they can still find these pickoffs, and it is not necessarily easy, even though Secret have this very large early lead.
Yeah.
Their heroes still do a whole lot without the need for a lot of items, Liquid's lineup.
They still have this very strong Morphling, but this is the pace that Secret wants to be setting. They want to be playing very aggressive, getting that early lead so that they can get that Rosh and just keep pressing it on. Don't want to take it too late versus this Morphling. Unless you have a huge advantage, then it's you'll have the items to make up for the fact of the matchup discrepancy. But they'll always have the Lion. That's the important thing. They will always have that Lion versus that Morphin, that long distance Linken's break, and also just that instant disable. If Puppey's ever able to get an item, which probably won't happen until he gets his GPM talent.
Dire are scanning.
That's Liquid. Any sort of downtime, as long as Miracle can keep farming,
just
don't be happy. If he gets that E-Blade, that's the point where they can really turn up to the fights. Kuro, he can hit sort of 2-3-man curse. Miracle can straight away get to the backlines and take one of these supports out. Ideally, even someone such as the Lion, as long as he can get rid of Puppey before Puppey gets his skill set off, it'll make the fights a whole lot easier for Liquid as a team.
Yeah, they just still have to be careful. You see, they understand that they have to be playing together, because if they make a mistake and someone gets caught off in this game, the Rosh can just get taken and the whole game explodes, because then it's a TA with a BKB, a Blink, and it just changes everything. So they're all smoked up. They're sitting behind that mid lane, hoping that somebody would go on that Morphling there. But all of Secret is in the area too. We were talking about how these teams, they really just want to battle each other.
Yeah, Secret have to be on guard all the time to make sure that they do not allow themselves to be caught up by the curse. It happened once this game, catching 4 of them. You can only imagine that Secret are going to be more prepared for Kuro and his movements.
Yeah, they always have like the traps that can be placed down to at least see in the backlines, but we've been seeing Kuroki buying so many sentry wards. You look at the map right now, and he's just placing them just in the lane to make sure that there's no trap to provide that vision on the backlines. They've got the Blink Dagger now, so Secret also has a better way of initiation because they didn't really have it before. They were kind of just walking into the fights. Now this provides double ways of jumping with the TA and the Doom.
Liquid will start to feel a bit more confident to split back up and farm the side lanes.
Not too far away from that mid lane, though. You see, sure, the Sand King starts making his way toward top to push it, but the rest of them are sitting around that mid lane. You can see the emphasis about just Roshan. It's all about this Rosh in the next few moments.
But mid one, he's got the big item, BKB. Gold, just under 50 gold away, and it'll be out.
It's a big timing, yeah. Triple BKB, they can definitely look to run at Liquid as they do not have... They don't have theirs at all yet.
Found Kuro, jumping from Zai. It's Kuro. He will be left behind by the rest of his team. He does not want to use the curse. He'll only use the embrace to try and slow down the time it takes to kill him. Mid lane at the same time. GH tries to move it onto Nisha. Mass TP's coming in from Secret though. Slow won't quite clip onto GH as he's able to haste his way out of there. Waveform back to safety by Miracle.
So Puppey also saved the finger in those last situations. He's trying to save it to go for that big target, go for one of those cores. In particular the Morphling, just that extra burst damage. And you see Liquid immediately start backing up in Secret. They press their advantage when they have even one kill. As long as they have the Wyvern, they know they can at least push over to get some towers because there's no easy setup, but GH is going to get the courier.
He's got it. We'll take the courier down. Did not have anything on it at the time. He may be in trouble indeed with Mid1 and Puppey. They're hunting, they've got the slow. Puppey will have a Hex available, so they can wait out. A Spike Carapace stun him down. A cold embrace from Kuro from the high ground. Doesn't matter.
Not this time.
That's why he had the finger saved to deal with that sort of counterplay. And Mid1, he's trying to jump in with the BKB. He's looking to commit onto Miracle, but Matu has got the static link going on the TA, so Mid1 will continue to chase, but his damage getting heavily limited. Mind control, Burrow strike down to the low ground. Mid1 now getting jumped on Miracle. He pops him. That's Mid1 dead on the TA. The Doom's down onto Matumbaman, but Matumbaman, he stole so much damage here. Zai will survive as he's able to pop the BKB and get away. Cold embrace, keeping Matu alive, but he should still die as Nisha has the lockdown upon him. Mind control's trying to get him with the epicenter, but he cannot close the gap. Now he jumps in. Winter's Curse used by Kuro to hold back Nisha. Stun from Zai. They're on top of Mind Control. Miracle turns. The Zap.
He just got the E-Blade.
He's got him. He's got the kill under the troll. They've lost 2 cores on Secret, and now GH, the stun set up onto the Enigma. They'll get Japsor as well. As these are the fights the Secret's got to be careful about taking, as we're now starting to see once again Miracle's Morphling starting to pop people.
He just picked up the E-Blade. He got that early kill in the beginning of the fight, picks up the E-Blade, able to get that secondary one afterwards because of it. Playing around their shrine very nicely, not really stacking up.
They're gonna find Puppey as well by the looks of it as he ticks down to the vessel. Another kill for Liquid as the gold lead getting shut down that little bit that Secret had.
And that was into the triple BKB that Secret just had. They were forcing that engagement, but YapzOr wasn't able to find a good situation for a black hole. Even though they were trying to find mind control, the fight got so split up that they actually lost their TA during it.
It was such a risky play from mid-one. Just blinking in, feeling overconfident with the BKB. But as we said from the start of this game, if Matu gets that static link going, it doesn't matter if you're BKB'd or not. You're only going to be doing damage for a few seconds of the fight, and then you're pretty much useless as the TA.
Yeah. And we're going to see how's our level on our Morphling. He's level 18, so there's the potential. 2 more levels, he gets that Morph target allies, and then he's got the double things that he has to be concerned about with those static links. He just turned into that Razor. For now, turning into the Doom, getting a little bit extra gold, getting a little bit of extra regen as well, that HP regen. Pretty nice for a Morphling. And they actually make their way into the pit. Secret cannot allow this to happen.
Got the black hole. That's their biggest sort of team fight entity that they can present. But that's only if YapzOr was able to get in, and it's so hard as well with GH just keeping the vision up.
They've also got a full Crimson Guard on this Sand King too, so that damage that Secret does have from their physical is going to be slowed down quite a bit.
If they want to try and contest, they've got to walk in soon. Zai jumps in, gets the stun under the 3 of the YapzOr. BKB's popped, he's closing the gap, goes for the BKB with the Winter's Curse. Kuro cancels the black hole straight away. As now Matu, the static link going on Nisha. Nisha, he has to run. Mind Control jumps in with the epicenter onto Zai. Matu will die to the Eidolons. He played pop from Miracle. He's taken out a second. Buyback comes out from Zai. They're trying to get back towards the pits. Roshan still stands. A buyback from Kuro. As both teams keeping the fight going, mid-one, jumping by Mind Control, Barrow's not going to do Poppy. He has the finger, they beat down the GAs, they get the Doom down onto Miracle. Miracle is dead for 70. Infernal Blade on Kuro. Kuro ball back for this. He's dead as well.
And it's right in front of the Roche, and look how low it is as well. Secret going to be able to just walk in and clean that one up easily. They get the Doom as he full shifted down to the Agi.
GH, he was coming over, maybe see if he can get back in, but indeed Secret, they will claim it. Get the Roche, get the Aegis. The BKB is making all the difference. It nearly looked like they'd turn it around. Kuro cancelling the black hole with that Winter's Curse through the BKB, but it didn't matter. Nisha, great disengage, was getting static link, but he gets out there in time, so he doesn't lose too much. He can get back in. Mid-one's able to go off, and now they're pushing the high ground.
Quick series of events. These team fights are everything. And this is the timing. This is where Secret's looking to try to get a huge advantage. This Rax is exactly what they need in this game. They can't let it keep getting slowed down by this Morph. Spirit Vessel up on that Troll.
Nisha, pointing it the first time. They get the one down. Matu is dead. Instantly taken away. A Secret get the melee Rax. They get another kill onto Matu. They'll back off. They'll respect the fact that Miracle's back in the game. But the 11k lead, melee Rax down. This is Secret back on track. Their lineup, they've got to play from ahead, and they're hitting the timings. They continue to do so.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're seeing them having, we talked about 5 cores in the last game. YapzOr becoming that 4th core as well on top. And Matumba, man, really getting slowed down in these fights. Sure, he's getting great links in most of the situations. He's getting really high links, but he doesn't have that crazy amount of farm so that he's really doing what they really want him to on top.
They'll catch YapzOr.
Okay.
GH on the hunt, finds one. Same time, the Puppy. He's got the Hex, the Finger out. The damage is there as well. They'll kill off Mind Control. Get a call. Only losing a support. Secret continue to maintain hold of the game. Miracle's got to be careful as he shows in mid.
YapzOr's kind of a core, though.
I guess he pretty much is a 4th core at this point. He really is.
But they're trying to take advantage of that. They do have the buyback on Mind Control as well. If they want to try to force something, they're smoked, looking for something here.
See what they can get. Puppy would be nice, but mid-one would be sweeter. Spike Carapace, but Puppy reacts straight away with the Hex. Whoa. He's gone. If they get more, Zai on the high ground, Bleaks down, goes for the rune. GH has got the opening stun. But no one else quite close enough to follow in and try and lock down Zai that furthermore. Zai will walk away. Liquid do push Secret back off their half of the map. I mean, Miracle remains on par with the farm of mid-one. It's just the fact that everybody else on Liquid is that far behind. Both Mind Control and Matumba just struggling to stay on the same level as farm as YapzOr, considering how good of a game Secret are having.
Yeah, 1v5ing as a Morphling is very difficult. They still always have the benefit.
But it can be done.
It can be done, but it's hard. I mean, this Troll and this TA, they do have tools to be able to deal with the Morphling as the game progresses to later on. That Troll level 25 is still a pretty big force to be reckoned with. That Battle Trance, strong Dispel, anytime you get locked down, you're always going to be able to get out of it. And he's also gone for the status resistant builds too, so still a couple levels away, but they're very strong right now as he has the full Satanic finished on top too. They've also even started to get items on Puppy. We were talking about he won't get items until he gets level 15. He's got that GPM kicking in, so Glimmer Cape 2 now for this support. And he's going to continue to scale as this line too.
Secret are out hunting as Miracle shows himself in mid. The smoke, Secret, and they get a wraparound. Liquid grouped up very much behind Miracle. They are prepared for this. Very hard, as we've seen, for YapzOr to make any sort of black hole play as long as Kuro is in the back lines.
They're so strong right now on the side of Secret with this, with the Aegis, with all these items picked up that they did from the last fight. 14k gold lead.
He's in. They found the first target. Kuro's gone. Now they do not have to worry about that curse for 40 seconds.
They've got the lanes naturally pushing into mid as well as bottom. Nisha walking up toward that high ground.
It's going to be hard for Liquid to push this back as just 4 heroes. And into all the potential ults of Secret. The tier 3 tower's taken. They're onto the barracks. They'll stun up mid one. There's the jump forward, trying to play around with Nisha. But he'll continue to siege. 15 seconds and they'll be back in. YapzOr jumps in. The black hole. He's got the 2 of them. They're focusing down straight away onto Matumamani. He gets the BKB off. Matu will be able to get away. The stun coming out there from GH will hold them down. Fingers out from Puppey though. Mind Control's dead. They'll lose GH as well. The racks on the bottom lane cleaned up by Secret as they break the base once more. Miracle trying to chase. He's got the static link going. It will pop. Nisha the ones, but now the Doom. They've got to try and get him out of this one. He's in a lot of trouble. Puppey will be found by Mind Control, but Nisha in and on top of the morphing. Cold Embrace from Kuro will buy some time for Miracle, but Miracle's still doomed up in so much trouble. He's out, he's dead, he's gone. No buyback available for Miracle. And Secret, they'll collapse into the base on top of Kuro. Kuro's out of the game without buyback as well.
They're just so beefy on their 3 cores on this side of Secret. Even YapzOr just getting the opportunity to get a black hole because the
They're going for the game here.
They're going for the game.
They know that they can.
They can't go for top. There's this tier 2, so
there's no
hit
buybacks.
Those tier 4s, no buybacks.
Only Mind Control and Matumamani left alive to try and hold against the 4 of them. They need some ridiculous sort of 4-man burrow strike, but it's not going to happen. Secret positioning themselves smartly. Matu will try and charge in. BKB is popped. They're on top of Nisha. They get the static link off. Matu trying to continue to chase. But there's a lot of damage from mid one. Matu's dead. He's out. Mind Control as well. Will slide back to safety. GH is back in 8 seconds. Secret, they'll look towards the H-chip, looking to finish it off. They will have a curse available in a couple. Kuro is going to be back in the game, and it actually looks like Liquid will live to see another day for now. This game won't end quite yet.
But such an accumulation that Secret has gotten. 24k gold lead, so many items picked up. Level 25 already on Templar Assassin. The new level 25 TA2. We've been seeing it more often, but getting this new Bash talent, we've been seeing people pick up. It's really interesting too, because it just, it pierces those BKBs. It just catches people off guard a lot of times. And a DD rune spawns right in front of Roche Pit with Nisha, but Roche is still done. So.
I mean, Liquid, they've got to be breathing probably a small sigh of relief. They're not the greatest they are, and they're still in very tough situation. 24k net worth down, 2 sets of racks gone away. But being able to push them back there, that final sort of hold between the 2 of them, it is enough. They keep this game going, and they have another chance, Fogged.
But it's just so hard because of these triple BKBs. It really is, because they can't get these disables, and Secret just runs at them. They just literally just collapse on top of them, and now I believe they actually have the 4th BKB. I think Nisha also has his finished up, and a DD in a bottle too. Secret's gonna need some miracle type of play here. If they can get a good curse, if they can get curse and then just some follow-ups before the BKBs go up,
he has now got the blink dagger to help him do that.
Yeah, so yeah, that setup, if they can get it with the follow-up afterwards from like an epicenter, they could have the damage to be able to look to bring it to Secret. But we do see Secret still backing up, looking to pick up these next few items. YapzOr, this is the most crucial one too for him. It's gonna be the Lincolns next. Lincolns plus BKB, no way for Liquid to actually cancel that black hole now if he does go for it. And it's finished.
He's going to be looking to end the game in style.
Yep.
You've got to watch out for this Enigma.
Dire are scanning.
They're scanning down bottom. Mind Control able to push that bottom wave out pretty far. Keep it away from the base.
Matumba and Mind Control just been stuck at this 11k gold for 10 minutes or so, just unable to really win any fights, just dying every single time right at the start of it.
It's Puppey. He's got the setup. Mid one's there with the damage.
100 seconds.
Finger buff for Puppey. 7 stacks now.
That's a long time without the Sanking now too. They've got top pushed in. They've got that tier 2 as well. Roche will be finding about 20 seconds for that one, but Secret, they can definitely just look to just close this one out. They have 80 seconds where they can be aggressive.
See there, this game, Matu's net worth has just flatlined at this certain point.
Yeah.
No space for him to get out on the map with Secret's constant movements. GH has his eyes on YapzOr. Getting some important information here for Liquid as Secret start to get into position to push up to the high ground once more. Matu will Lose the courier there. So that's a plate mail and Wraith Bank on. Mid one's able to take that away. So some pretty sizable items gone, and they'll get the nuke down onto the Nisha.
They almost burst it.
What's the BKB? They've jumped in onto the back lines. They've managed to get the Doom down, though, onto the Morphling. Miracle, he turned into the Doom. He ends up getting Doom. Winter's Curse will not save him. 4 dead on Liquid. Yapzor jumping in. There's the GG Black Hole. This game is over. Secret will take game 3.
The early game rotations from Secret this game were on point. Even though Yapzor got slowed down, we were talking about how levels were a bit slowed down, they were making moves constantly, and it was really messing with
Yapzor Rubik, perchance?
Ooh.
Still in the pool, but does mean you secure your support duo first 2, and there's no
Nice call.
there's no mysteries.
Yeah.
We know what they're gonna do with these
This
heroes.
is the loudest I've heard the crowd make noise.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Because
for a
Yapzor
hero.
Rubik will always put on a show.
I think the biggest thing is you don't mind showing your 4 and your 5 here because you know Abba is just going to sit in lane. He's probably going to go with one of the worst laners in Dota. We've seen Spectres get like just buffed up by Abba, and then you just let Yapzor do all the work.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, this is the kind of 4-5 relationship that I see Secret have the most success with. Now you can give Zai something that doesn't need a lot of farm, like the Sand Kings that we've been seeing him time and time again.
I wouldn't doubt if Liquid banned it here. I think, yeah, Rubik Sand King or even Rubik Centaur. Yeah, there it is immediately. It's too good, and it's perfect for him.
Yeah, it's the kind of fast-paced tempo hero they want. They need an initiator. The 2 supports don't really bring that to the table. So getting some Sand King, Centaur type heroes makes a lot of sense.
Honestly, I like Centaur. I know it hasn't. Centaur has not been the best hero at this tournament, but just Rubik Centaur is still one of the strongest lanes in Dota right now.
I love it.
And we know that Zai can play basically anything.
Yeah, you give him. I've seen him play offlane Huskar, so whatever. You just let him do whatever he wants to do at this point. I'm trying to think. Is there like you need Vision hero though? I feel like if you're playing against the Enigma as well as the Earthshaker, sure you want to get to the backlines and stuff, but you want Vision on him, and they definitely need something for that because Abba and Rubik give you 0 vision.
Puck, maybe?
10
Puck
seconds
isn't bad.
remaining.
What else is there? Beastmaster, we haven't seen much of lately. I don't hate it, though, because you don't have to play super greedy, right? You get like your 1 item and you just go push towers while Yapzor steals your farm.
The other hero that's been very successful this tournament is Batrider, which is, I think, a similar idea.
Yeah, that would be great. Or a 33-esque Night Stalker.
But I like Night Stalker. It's grown on me. At first I hated it, but
I
it's
don't think it's a secret thing, though, but...
If anyone could, as you said, Zai.
You're right.
Yeah.
I think they might ban Bat here. I think you're right. It's not as strong as lane, though, right? Like Rubik Bat, it's still
it's
good.
not,
You could try lane as well, though, and leave the Bat alone.
Yeah, and plus Liquid still has Nyx in the pool if they want to, so if Batrider does come out.
They're going to target some of the other roles since I think they just decided Sand King's the only obvious Zai hero that he would play left in the pool.
What's a good Kuro here? Actually, they've been saving their supports for later, so maybe not. Maybe they are looking for a core.
I think this time it does seem like they should go for a Kuro hero. Having a Rubik on the field, I think, means that your cores need to be very, very well protected.
10 seconds
I don't mind a Witch
remaining.
Doctor this game, honestly. Gives you a stun. You're not Rubik doesn't like want to steal from. They go to strike. Yeah. More team fight.
Gives them, big team fight, a lot of just catch and reach to find these pickoffs.
Stone faced. Secret's only 1 game away from winning another major.
Yep.
It kind of just dawned on me again. I'm like, man, these guys are really, really good.
They really, really are.
No teams won multiple majors yet this
10
season, too.
seconds
This
remaining.
season?
That's true.
Nope. There's been a lot of finalists the same.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
VP and Secret.
Yep. But got to finish it out.
Yep.
What do they? I think you do go as Zai's hero here, and I'm trying to think. I like Centaur, but I feel you want to get a more vision-based hero, honestly.
Yeah, I like the Beastmaster idea. I just don't see Zai playing it very often.
Unless they feel like there's a core that's going to be contested. Like something to me like Medusa stands out. It's a lot of success this tournament, and both teams may be considering here.
And these heroes aren't that on Liquid side aren't that good versus Medusa yet. It is like Earthshaker jumps in, does his combo. You do like 20% of his life and like 10% of his mana bar. It's not the greatest.
So you could go for a Wraith King. They usually like that against Enigma.
Oh, okay.
Fun one.
And that will be the Zai hero for sure.
Well,
I think
played it on mid one against EG.
You're right. You're right. Actually, they have 2 of the best. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
It really sets up right because Liquid has their last 2 picks, so they can just build
Yeah.
around and feels like Secret again. Feeling good.
Feel like they're in the
I feel they're in the lead
The
right
lead
now.
with the draft, yeah.
I do a little bit, but the Liquid does have the overall better team fight, which is not. I mean, it depends how good Yabzor is playing, right? That's the thing with Rubik. And that
Oh.
You're picking it kind of blindly, not knowing either of your opposing team's cores, but they must feel really confident. It is great against those supports, and whether it's a 2 or 3 position Pengo, that's not a hero you can be a little afraid of early on with like a swashbuckle silence catching you by surprise.
It also stops Nisha from picking Medusa.
Yeah, I think that is on their mind as well, like you say, Sheev. That's a good point.
So does this telegraph a way that you should play Pengo now after seeing an anti-major? Like, I gotta have a mid-1 Pengo or you gotta have a Zai Pengo?
I would say you're more inclined to put in the 3 role because, well, I don't know. The centaur we talked about, the Rubik centaur lane can bully an AM for sure.
Yeah.
Like the lane is fine for AM, but against Pengo. The concern maybe is a mid Pengo doesn't get countered, doesn't deal with an anti-mage, whereas a mid TA does because you've got physical damage.
And like the secret with this pick, it's like, are you going to try to contest the AM in the late game? And they pretty much say, no, we're going to try to steamroll you again with a Pango TA, Abba Rubik. You are going for that early mid game.
Yeah, we talk a lot about keeping mysteries about who's playing what. I don't think there's any doubt that last hero pick is going the way of Nisha.
Yes. I'm just curious if it is like how hard of a carry it's going to be, or if it's going to be a super active hero. And
I
then
think they could go for something like the Troll in the previous game. Juggernaut. Still could go for the Wraith King also, although I think Nisha plays it a bit greedier than other teams.
Liquid gets the overall last pick this game, though. I'm trying to think. You already got your win condition.
Let's not get run over.
Yeah, let's not get run over in 10 minutes even.
Are we as surprised that in the first 2 games we saw, we had Arc Warden being just one of the heroes that was very on people's mind? Now it's just gone?
I think it was just
like,
a drought.
Was it just a drought?
I think it actually, you could tell because they always picked it after the drought. It was definitely just Puppy's counter to it.
You don't want to play that hero into anti-mage as well.
Okay.
Could see a Terrorblade. It's kind of more late game oriented for Team Secret, but it also, you can go that Treads Drum build and just take objectives. Reflection's pretty annoying for anti-mage to play into as well. The other, I think, one that stands out is just the Jug. You've got Magic Immunity against Shaker, Disruptor built in.
Oh, that's nice.
And it pushes with Healing Ward.
You're right. Juggernaut looks like it's either that or Lifestealer. It feels like those are the 2 best overall picks in this game. We'll see. Secret.
Does Nisha play any Lone Druid? Oh, it's banned. Never mind. They banned it out on their own side.
Yo, hear me out. Liquid, if this Team Secret pick doesn't counter a Veno, Liquid's going for the Veno.
Yo.
I'm feeling it.
That's a hot take. Why? Why? Are you going to justify it, or are you just going to put it out there?
I think with like, everyone but AM wants to fight, right? And AM will win this game. Like, no, even with these 4 heroes, whatever Secret picks last, this AM will be the best hero in the game, I feel like.
Yeah, so then shouldn't you help him pick him something that helps him get the late game? Because, like, the wave clear is bad from Liquid right now. They cannot take creeps off their towers very easily.
My issue with Veno is he kind of just plops himself in a lane. He doesn't move very well.
Green hero banned in the Necrophos.
And I was thinking along his hero lines, and I'm like, I thought Necro would be even too greedy for Liquid, and that's why I like Venom, because he's a tad less greedy. You do plop him in a lane, but we don't have to talk about him, because it's probably a very long shot.
Oh, just you wait, Grant. You're going to be right on this one.
I am. I will start doing a jig right here.
10 seconds remaining.
If the Pango wasn't out, I'd say that it had potential for a Brood game.
Okay. So, well, now you have late game now.
Veno kites Sven real nicely.
Ooh.
I don't know. There's no way.
What are you talking about? You're even less confident now that you see the Sven?
I'm just trying to think. Now that you have a Sven TA, the AM actually needs help carrying, and Veno doesn't do that. Like, it's a sniper. Yeah, I think you needed actually more physical damage, because at that point I was like, AM is the best hero, but Sven TA will beat an AM in the late game.
Dude, this team is like the squishiest team I've ever seen on side of Liquid.
Sniper AM.
Yeah, dude. And they don't have like a centaur to like get them out of jail easily.
There's a lot of smiles on the team, though. They believe, so we got it too.
Okay.
I'll go for it. I actually like Liquid's draft here. I think the sniper last pick, it's not my favorite, but I look at those first 3 heroes, and I think they can control this mid game, all these team fights, and all they need is for AM to get 6 slotted before the Sven gets.
You said there is a lot of other, of course, iconic combos come out. We have GH playing that Shaker. We, of course, have mid one afterwards playing on this Templar Assassin 2. We've been seeing them playing these heroes so many times. I mean, this one should be quite a lot of battling. I think if the last the last few games say anything, it's that we're going to see these teams just running at each other and fighting. And right now we see Liquid. Liquid's having a little bit of fun. They're playing with one of these little balloons. They just keep actually bouncing it back and forth. They're actually having a good time down here.
And with these lineups, sort of as the panel was discussing, is there a side that sort of needs to run at the other side a little earlier, a little quicker with these lineups?
You can imagine that Secret's going to set the tempo. They're going to be setting that pace. It usually is the case when you have a hero like Templar Assassin, this early game dominator, as well as that Abaddon that we've been seeing. It's really all about these lanes, and we could see them really do quite a lot with this one. They have this Yapsor, Rubik, and Puppey on this Abaddon. I think Secret was the ones that were the first ones to be bringing this Abaddon to the table a few months ago. We had a couple where they picked it as core. We saw Zai playing it, but for the most part, we saw them bringing that 5 Abaddon early on, and it puts so much pressure in the laning phase. There's so much damage that can come out between the trio of the Sven, of the Rubik, and the Abba. So Liquid definitely are going to have to just play that farm game and try to hold off on the towers, because the other thing that I know Tsunami mentioned at the end is the wave clear is not the greatest on Liquid. Sniper, sure, can be great at holding those type of high grounds, but definitely be tough.
Both of these teams in numerous matches make sort of the musical moves around the lanes. Are we going to see that this time? First, Kuro is going to have to make some sort of a move as he's back to base. First blood for Secret, picked up by the tri-lane.
For Liquid, I'm wondering if they can really move these lanes. They just want to have Miracle versus the Pango, I think is the most specific thing, and I think they've got that matchup here. So I think Liquid's going to stay like this. Secret, we might see supports move a little bit, but Nisha's going to have full free farm anyway, so that's going to stay there.
So this is sort of the life of the top lane. Just Kuro just hoping to soak up what he can without feeding his life away.
Yeah, he's going to try. Mid matchup also, mid one after a very dominant performance in the last one. Could have a really good timing. Kuro.
Again, drag back into the stun. They'll dive in for it. There we have it. Missed call from Puppey. Closes up another kill onto Kuro.
Mid lane.
Mid lane, GH does get the wrap around. Mid one starting to back off. They've got more shrapnels to play with. Can Mid one get his way out of this? He's got refraction back up in 8 seconds. Looks like he has the movement speed, and with Puppey coming in as well, Mid one will be able to get himself back away. GH does not have anything else to throw out other than the right clicks. This will continue to be nothing more than just a nuisance here to the mid lane. Puppey healing mid one back up into a position where he can continue to go back to CSing.
They're going to have a very successful bottom and mid lane, as top lane is going to be completely abandoned. They have nobody laning versus a Sven, and it's never good in Dota to have a lane completely abandoned. It is very painful.
I mean, Kuro will say, hold on there.
He's trying.
But as you say, he spent more time out of the lane than in it with those 2 deaths. Mid lane Puppey with a quick trip back to base off the deny.
They at least do have mid one, or mind control uncontested in the jungle. There's nobody, no wards or anything, nobody walking in to actually slow him down at all, so he will have a free time as this Enigma. And he actually finds himself an Arcane rune too, one of the better runes. Now you can actually use Midnight Pulse in the jungle too to speed up your farm of that jungle. Rather when you usually see that Malefice skilled up. And bottom we will see, of course, Miracle going to have that full free farm, but the movements are going to start coming out.
Yapsor starts off the right clicks. Miracle trying to head over and burn the mana of the Rubik, but Yapsor holds his distance.
They've got a Mango on Zai.
See if Zai wants to try and chase it. Does put the Mango, but the swashbuckle. It's not on point at all. Zai totally whiffs it.
And we do see that similar thing that we saw earlier from Yapsor in the last game with that Ring of Health pool. It was actually the same exact thing for Mind Control. He didn't do the Ring of Regen. He saved up for Ring of Health and then gives it to the Anti-Mage in the offlane.
Denied.
Taking a page out of Secret's book that they did in that last game. And yeah, we've seen teams do that, but not with that Ring of Health rush. That's the first time, one of the first times I've seen that being done.
Both Matu and mid one have received sort of the little look-ins on mid from the supports, and it's allowed them to stay very level in farm, apart from, well, the slight lead, of course, actually, for mid one on his TA. And 13 denies, so the level difference will be coming out between the two of them.
And it's just going to keep building up more, too. That TA just starts having more of a better matchup versus the sniper. Sure, Shrapnel can give you some kill threat if there's a rotation coming through, but the last hits are impossible as a sniper. You only have 60. TA, even without refraction, it has way higher than you. Those denies will definitely start to build up. We see the movements coming out. Secret are going to be looking and checking every single rune because they know there's a jungle Enigma and there's an abandoned lane in the top lane for the most part. So they have a lot of liberty to move around the map freely.
So mid one, middle lane, he's got refraction back up, but yes, it doesn't press it in time. The Fisher comes down before he's able to cast it, and GH Sets up a kill for Matumba.
That's why you see the skill build. Instead of going for your last hits, your more points in your headshot, your take aim, he's going for those extra points in shrapnel. It's about those rotations to kill rather than the last hits in the lane. As Kuroki is not dying, he is getting that experience up top, so it is not a sack lane now. So we will have a high-level disruptor.
And if you get a quick 6 on Disruptor, a lot of big plays you can make. You know, there's always that period, the Static Storm, it's most effective when BKBs aren't in the game. You're going to have much more of a window to open with if you're able to get away with the solo levels.
Yeah, definitely. Patience for the runes.
Trying to jump here for Yapsor. Fisher as well, causing him to be blocked off. The neutrals do stun the two of them. See Yapsor trying to run away. Miracle needs a couple more hits and he should be able to get this. Zai is out of mana. See if they want to dive in past the tower. Miracle, he's not going to go for it. He's going to play it safe and go back to the farm.
What a team play by Zai. No tangos left on Yapsor. He actually has the Quelling Blade and cuts the tree to make sure that his buddy can get out there. Javelin also finished up on this Pango, who's been slowed down a bit in that bottom matchup, but once his mana gets burned out, he's able to trade the right clicks at an okay margin with that Miracle anti-mage. No, full treads though, finished up for AM.
And looking for another wraparound onto mid-1. We'll be able to block him off a little bit, especially as well using the body blocking, but Puppey's there. Makes the kill impossible for Matu and GH to go for. Bottom lane, Miracle. Again, playing aggressive, making sure that he can burn the mana of Zai. Zai Swashbuckle still on cooldown for a few seconds. Will be able to juke his way around the trees.
They've got the timing of the Dominator with that first catapult wave, so they're diving.
And in fact, Zai, he was out of mana before he could cast the Swashbuckle. Jump out from Miracle is there, but Mind Control caught underneath the towers. The side of Secret bring 4 heroes in. Will punish Liquid for diving.
They know how important it is when you see this Enigma hero. People are starting to learn how you want to react first. So you don't want to just give up your safe lane tower to that first rotation. Mind Control getting the ideal timing, since he wasn't slowed down at all like we were talking about, gets that very early Dominator on with that first siege wave. And they're looking to put the pressure on again in the mid lane. Even a rotation from the Enigma to look for this tower brings his catapult here. They still have that one set up here.
They do need to do something mid, as mid-1 is getting very far ahead in farm. Now with the jump forward from Zai, they get the telekinesis. Yapsor drags him back. GH from the back lines gets the 3-man Fisher, though, to stop the attempt from Secret. They'll now turn back towards Zai. Another enchant totem slap there from GH, but Zai's fine. Puppey in the river. As they'll back away, Secret, they'll try for the chase. Zai in with the swashbuckle. GH will be run down here by the two of them. The missed coils, he's got a stick charge. Matu and Kuro still there though, actually. So GH, another proc on a Puppey, holds him down. He's trying for the deny. He'll get it. Puppey denies himself.
8 heroes in the mid lane. We knew these teams were going to be about the battling, and they don't care about regular lane setups at all. It's just all about the fighting. Nisha getting a lot of space out of this, but also same thing with Miracle.
Yeah,
up
straight up for the top lane, Miracle. It's both cores farming at a similar pace. Just that Nisha will be able to be that little more effective at a bit of a sooner time as this Sven.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just going to be able to also just get involved much more just with his stun. He can just walk in with his team, while Miracle can't actually really get involved too much as an anti-mage in this game early on. You are easily going to die. As the panel mentioned too, you look at the side of Liquid and they're very squishy. You get collapsed on by the heroes of Secret and you're likely to die if you get caught in a stun.
Definitely feels that, you know, with the fact that they have a sniper and an AM, and of course Matu sniper not off to a hot start with the way the mid-1 was able to bully him in the mid. They need time, Liquid. They need to make space for these two cores. So the work really is cut out for GH, Mind Control, and Kuroki to keep Secret's pressure off.
Yeah. They really want to at least claim themselves some towers. If the earlier you get these towers on, it gives them more space for the anti-mage to at least get into these unorthodox farming places. You can farm inside the enemy jungle when he gets that Battle Fury finished up. So definitely wanted to get these early tier 1s with that Enigma, but we see Secret, they understand it. Bottom, they responded with 4. Mid, as soon as the Enigma showed up, they responded with 4 as well. They don't want to lose these early tier 1s versus this Enigma lineup.
Just less than a 1k difference at 8.5 minutes in 3-1. Nisha at the front of the farm, but Miracle very close behind. And even though the CS difference was there, you can see between mid-1 and Matumba, only about 500. As they did get that action going the way for Matumba, getting those kills on mid-1 in the laning stage.
But it's really the levels, just a full 2-level advantage for mid-1.
Bottom.
That's bottom. They want to secure that tower.
Maybe go for the kill as well, GH. Step in. Nisha will chase down. GH has the movement speed. Tower taken. Another bit of a burst to Nisha's gold. as the Echo Saber will be coming in very quickly this game for Sven.
It's going to be a very passive early game for Liquid. They really just need levels to be building up for them to be able to fight, while Secret, the panel's talking about, they're going to be all about that aggression, looking to just keep it up as soon as they get even one of these item timings. I believe even just levels too. As soon as Zai's level 6 has that Rolling Thunder, they're going to look to be fighting even more. They know what they're playing versus. They know they're playing versus this late game anti-mage that does not want to get involved.
The best Miracle can do is just hide back in the trees.
Yep.
High up the potential of going back in for the farm. It is just Zai here for now. Yapsor relatively close as the Rubik, but he'll head over to look to secure some of these 10-minute runes. Kuro, Matsu will be around. Zai rolls in, able to pick up the bounty rune on the way over. Miracle jumps across with the ult. Will be able to pick up the kill on Yapsor. Lose the bounty runes, but they do get the kill for the anti-mage. Miracle gets some money.
Gets himself involved early, which you wouldn't traditionally see. Being able to play around that bounty. Nisha now with the full Echo Saber finished up though. And Mid One in the meanwhile just farming. He's okay with any of this happening. He knows he's going to out-farm a Sniper. If Sniper's jungling, there's no way you match a Templar Assassin in that speed.
And mid lane, got the trap slows for GH. Matsu's there to guard him. Zai's heading over as well. Secret with 4 around the middle.
Nice. Gives him the take aim. Not what Yapsar wanted at all. Shrapnel being one of the better spells you can steal in the game as well.
Again, these traps making a lot of problems here.
Jump from behind.
Zai gets the wraparound with the swashbuckle. Kuro's falling incredibly low. GH has the lockdown though. Zai jumped in for this and Zai will die.
Bit over aggressive.
He wanted to go for it. He saw Kuro, felt confident of going in for the kill. They knew that there was a lot of heroes there. Zai jumping into the 3 of them ends up being a mistake.
All about these early battles and matching the aggression coming out. Just don't let Secret run over, and pretty much don't let anybody claim tier 1s. It seems like is the name of the game from both of these sides right now. Still going to be seeing that level discrepancy though. Level 10 TA, level 7 Sniper. Mid One just continues to ramp up a bit faster. As bottom, stolen blink by Yapsar, trying to put some pressure on. Zai looks like he's just going to use this one to farm a bit here.
You see GH though instead, and in fact with the remainder of the Rolling Thunder, Zai, he's able to come across, join forces to help pick him out.
All right, looks like they wanted to go for the Enigma, but GH kind of just walked into Nisha there, able to get that set up. As Kuroki will still try to get that level 6, not as fast as we would have thought after he had that solo lane and immediately gets jumped.
Jump in, trying glimpses him back, but he can only take Yapsor away from himself. Zai's in.
Having Blink stolen on Rubik, like we're talking about, there's so many different spells he can steal. Having Blink stolen is one of the dreams. It may not seem like the most impactful spell, but sometimes just being able to get your telekinesis off of Rubik is what gets you a kill.
Miracle. Trying to trade hits there with mid one there.
And now he just dies.
Hey, Zai! He's prepared, he's there. Cuts him off. A 3K lead, 4K now for Secret. Zai making these rotations happen. Sometimes we'll see him going a little too hard, but that time he does it perfectly.
Those type of deaths hurt so much too. It's on the anti-mage, the most important one, and AM doesn't want to be slowed down in this game at all. He needs to have this perfect game where he can get a fast battle fury, because Secret's already starting to do what their lineup does. Just get this game, get the ball rolling, take all these towers, set up for that Roche with an early Desolator. Mid One already pretty much has it finished up. Another death like that for Miracle will be devastating for Liquid.
Pressure really building up from Secret already. As Matu still trying his best to find that recovery. We've seen him do it before on his Sniper. It's going to be hard this game though. Secret so many ways to get on top of him.
Yeah, just with that Pango, with the Rubik, if he is able to get the Blink, we have to imagine Nisha's going to get one pretty early on, or just some mobility, just speed. He's actually going for the S and Y, just to be able to run in and just tank up. That's pretty scary. I'm looking at the side of Liquid, and I'm looking at their damage. This Sven, with an S and Y on top of Echo Saber, he's going to have like 2,500, 3,000 HP.
I mean, he's absolutely
How
massive,
are they
Nisha.
going to bring him down once he gets these items?
And again, this blink usage from Yapsor. He's in on a mind control. Rolling Thunder to cancel the TP. They've found the Enigma. He's fairly tanky with the helm, but not tanky enough. Another stun comes in, and Zai, Swashbuckle does the job.
Very problematic here for Liquid. They're starting to make rotations with more heroes. They've got the level 6s. Can they set up for Mid One?
The Fisher into the two-man static storm. GH walks in, echoes down. They've got the combo. Mid One falling low with a missed call. The refraction. He's still alive.
Oh my
in.
God.
The Athletic shield back up. They didn't kill the TA. Puppy there with the save. They kill all 3 of them. Secret It doesn't matter if you get that stun follow-up. Puppey, he's going to pop that borrowed time, hand out a heal, hand out a shield. Any chance for mid-one to get refraction back off, he'll just turn and cut you down as they move into Roche.
And that's their 2 big ults down, so they can freely go into this. Deso's finished up, this Roche is dead. And this, we were already talking about damage issues for the Sven. They just had damage issues for the Templar Assassin. It's going from bad to worse for Liquid in this game 4. As Secret are relentless. 10-3, just making moves all over the map, taking advantage of this greedy Liquid draft.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
See the 15-minute runes round. Liquid will be able to at least secure themselves the 2 down bottom, but losing the tier 1 mid. Mid 1, 1600 towards the Blink Dagger on top of the Desolator, only 15 minutes. You say no ult, Zai toying around with Liquid behind the tier 2 tower. Without the Echo, without the Static Storm, it's hard to put a stop to this push forward as Secret just continue to clean up objectives across the map, and Liquid are not prepared to stop them yet.
They just don't have damage at all. They can't take out pretty much any of the targets unless they're completely isolated, and now we're seeing Secret all grouping up and just playing together. They've got this time, if they've got Aegis, they've got Deso. And a full Blink Dagger as well on YapzOr. So he's already had the Blink stolen a lot of times, now he can actually go for other spells on top of having that.
They're gonna keep pushing. There's no need to slow down here if you're Secret. They have to sustain. Puppey sat behind mid 1.
They still have a siege creep too, so they're trying to siege this. They've got the Warcry now too.
Tanking up the tower hits.
Oh, they see Kuroki on the back lines, the traps.
He has got a Static Storm if he wants to throw it out, but he's going to let himself die. Nothing that he can do. He's got to hold on to that Static Storm for the high ground defense. He'll be back up in 20. Mind control, a lot resting on him. He picks up the Blink Dagger. He needs some incredible play.
They have to just try to stall it as best as possible,
It
but
might
look at
catch
this.
them off guard.
Secret's just forcing it super hard. Zai is sitting in the back lines there, making sure to have one person that can stop that black hole set up back there. Miracle does have his Battle Fury finished up, but they have to try to save this Rax.
It's going down.
GH is just dying.
They can't get in close enough to stop him. The Blink's done now for mid 1. The buyback's coming out from GH, but the melee Rax, it's gone. Nisha takes it, and now leading him with a stun. They're fighting underneath the tier 4s. Kuro's dead, mind control. He gets the 2-man black hole. Is there the damage to
There's
get
no
the kill?
damage.
No, there isn't. They run away. Mid-1 shielded. GH tries with the Echo Slam. He's caught out Nisha. They do actually manage to get the kill on mid-1.
Okay.
They need more though, Miracle. Jumping down, looking for Zai. Mana Void will do it. They do get 3 kills, pushing Secret back. But they do lose the melee rack. Secret do the structural damage.
It was really looking like they didn't have the damage there, but Tumbaman was actually able to sit in the back and get some good peeps off as that sniper. But they lose the racks. And the black hole is down now too, as well as the Echo Slam. So Secret, they could group up, look for that continued pressure. Liquid though, now get themselves some breathing room. Like we were talking about, that was right after Miracle was able to finish that Battle Fury up, also picks himself up a kill. Needs more time though.
Down bottom. YapzOr. In with GH goes for the TP, but Nisha, oh!
He will get out.
GH. Very, very close to being caught out by the Stormbot. Secret now in position to move round on the bottom. Take away another tier 2 tower.
Yep.
In fact, already YapzOr inside there hunting, see if they can get a catch. Matu's got to be careful. Static Storm being used to try and hold Secret back, but YapzOr is in with a blink, closes the gap. Zai's got the Rolling Thunder. He's heading straight towards this sniper. Mid-1's in on top of him. A couple of hits. Matu's gone. They've lost the sniper. The control's there as well. Zai continues to roll forward. Cut down mind control with the swashbuckle. Double kill for mid-1.
Like we said, immediately, as soon as they respond, they know ultis were used, they know how strong they are, they know the advantage they have, they know how their draft is played out. They know they have the sustain with the Abaddon behind. They need to press this as much as possible so this anti-mage can't just farm it up. We see Miracle, he's trying to cut some waves as best as possible. The Yasha is finished, but Secret, they want to end this. They want to try to just claim a 2 racks advantage.
And it's such a long time still for these ultimates. Over 80 seconds before the black hole's back up. 30 seconds without the Echo Slam. Secret with a huge window of opportunity to just take more from the base of Liquid. As without these ultimates, there's very little that Liquid can do to slow down the siege. Mind control lays down a pulse, but the range Rax is gone. That melee Rax on the bottom lane falling as well. 19 minutes in, Secret take another set of racks.
Absolutely no mercy from Secret. They're really just putting the pressure on. They know the greed that's coming out. They lift. YapzOr actually gets reflected here.
Malefice as well. YapzOr, oh, he gets out with the stolen blink. He escapes, and now Zai rolls in. He's called out Kuro, he's called out Matumba. The block from the Fisher GH will save them, keeping Nisha away. Zai, he's got a swashbuckle to get back out of there. Kuro gets hit by the death zone.
Ooh, he was trying to he put the ward on the outside to try to glimpse him back into the base.
I gotta be honest, the Liquid lucky not to lose any lives there as Zai getting in as such. But the Fisher plays, GH making sure there will be no casualties for Liquid, at least in that fight.
It's just all about continuing to try to stall as best as you can.
How long to the black hole now?
They've got it up in about 15 seconds. The Aegis also gets reclaimed. They've got Echo Slam available too. And how close are we to Miracle's Manta? Still not quite there. Once he has the Manta, he can start actually getting involved and jumping into the fights. But still, even with Manta, he's fairly squishy, as we've said. Their draft is just squishy.
I'm gonna look to chase down Puppey. Puppey.
Ooh.
He hasn't got the ult. It's still on cooldown for 10 seconds, but he denies himself. Zai's able to get in as well with the Rolling Thunder. Miracle will be able to blink off in time. Anisha charging forward with a haste rune. It's a little scared of how it goes in for more. They know the timings. They know that Black Hole's back online, so Secret won't push too riskily. Liquid, they'll certainly want to go. The smoke is out.
They're trying to press their timing here. They know that Secret's probably backing up right now because they lost their Baton and also picking up their items. I think Secret has like 6K or more on their heroes right now. Majority of their gold lead, just sitting idly on those heroes until they get those BKBs finished. But Liquid, they can't actually find the pick-off when they do go for the smoke.
Secret just avoiding the duration of the smoke. And now, with the 5 of them back in the game, they're going to look to hit back hard themselves. They'll start to move from the middle lane. Secret out on the hunt. Liquid have to play so careful.
They're going to get tabs of where Liquid is positioned to with that ward they have right now on that high ground. So they see all of Liquid's heroes except for the Enigma at the moment. Puppey leading the charge.
You get the D-Warp already. Secret know the exact whereabouts of Liquid here, back in the base.
Still have a good chunk of gold on their heroes on Secret, so they're trying to get something out of that smoke, but backing up, looking to finish up those few items. Roche will find out in about a minute or so. That's probably the one that Secret's waiting for to look to press and break that high ground and end the game. Giving it Liquid some time though. That Manta is going to be finished up for Miracle soon. Still quite a ways away from pretty much anything else though. The support's not really getting much of anything. Mind Control trying to get a BKB for himself as well, because there's nothing really BKB piercing until way later, till like the meld bash from TA or Basher on the Pango. If he is able to get BKB on Enigma, he can look to get it off if he catches the Rubik. You have to be careful because you're playing versus Yapsor, so playing around black holes in Enigma is always a big scare.
Dire's top shrine.
A healing power.
It's mid. Liquid now on Secret's half of the map. Secret, they're heading over. Liquid have to be careful around here. I mean, Secret are a little split up. Maybe if they can take the targets one at a time, they'll have eyes onto Puppey. Miracle will spot out Zai, but in fact, he's been spotted out themselves. The lift into the Thunder. He needs help. GH will fire out a Fisher, but it hits. Mid one. More than enough damage. Miracle dead for 50 seconds, and with his purchases, he's got no way of buying back.
He just bought the Manta. They draw the line. They want to just go for that.
This is go, go, go time. 40-second window, sure, Liquid. They still have a Black Hole and an Echo Slam. They're going to try and go for a risky play here, smoking up whilst being a man down. May catch Secret off guard. They might not expect the jump from Liquid whilst their anti-mage is dead.
If Liquid could only find this courier for themselves here, it's got so much gold on it. That's like 8,000 or 7,000 gold on that courier.
It is going to get delivered safely. They'll get it over towards them. Miracle back up soon enough, though. Not the longest respawn timing left. A Secret unable to reach the high ground on top lane before he's back. They play it safe, Secret. They know that they're in a very comfortable position.
Matumba's just not getting any farm either. He's just been sitting in the base. He's got the Mask of Madness plus the Maelstrom, so he does deal a decent amount of damage if he's in the backlines, but we're just talking about how tanky the heroes on Secret are. A full Satanic for Nisha now on top of that SNY. 3,100 HP. Midnight Pulse is going to hurt quite a lot, but the other heroes most definitely will not. As they keep those traps inside that Roche pit, and Roche will be respawning right now, and they will see it immediately on the side of Secret. Liquid, they know that it's going to be coming up soon. They're looking to try to find something.
Who can they get? Yapsor. They bolts out the mid lane and blinks away. Only Puppey shown on the front, and he's not the target. Really isn't. Secret now themselves. Smoking up. Both teams, everybody under the cover of smoke right now. It's so hard for them to find the jump. Puppey leads forward.
He just runs in, breaks the
Miracle,
smoke.
he has got this invis. This is giving them some pretty big information as he is indeed able to dispel the smoke on a lot of them. Smoke has worn out, though, for the majority of Liquid as well. Miracle still charging in.
Secret knows this is happening. Look at the lanes. All the lanes are pushing in onto Liquid side, and no one is pushing them now. They know that Liquid is hunting at the moment, and they're still just going to walk into the pit anyway.
Still with this invis. He's being scanned out, though. Secret, they've scanned this. They know that someone is around here. Invis, and now Miracle shows he's instantly out with the blink. They're going to try and chase, though. They still get the lift. The silence proc for the lucky shot. The rolling thunder stun. There's the Manta. Another blink out. Miracle will still continue to try his best to escape.
God, that was so
He
scary.
won't make it away, but will he die?
They're still chasing him.
He's in. Another proc, but it's only the disarm, not the silence, so he can blink out. Miracle will live to see another day, but the space more than there for Secret to now move into Roshan as Miracle has to reset and heal up. Secret will take the Rosh.
They're just showing no mercy to Liquid whatsoever here. Just all staying grouped up, not giving any opportunities for them. Just so close to Miracle even dying there. So many things he does have to play around, just so many different disables. Even the lucky shot, another factor that he has to watch out for as this anti-mage, even if he has the Manta. Liquid need an absolute dream here.
They do have the team fight. They do have the wombo combo. Secret have the saves. Puppey with the defensive abilities, Yapsel with the counter plays, with the spell steals. Both supports have the answers to Liquid, even if Liquid get those dream jump-ins.
Yeah, and just sheer HP. 3,200 on that Sven. TA also has BKB on top too. Liquid. This last tier 3, this last set of racks.
Nearly a 20k gold lead for Secret at just 26 minutes into the game. A Secret, they can absolutely almost taste it here in game 4, 2-1 up.
Puppey's even making sure to keep this siege creep alive to clean up that final range Rex. Matumbaman will deny it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower
Trying their best to hold off this
That's
push.
it, they go mid one. Counter blink out will be there from Mind Control. They jump. GH goes in with the Echo Slam. Static Storm down as well. They're looking to kill mid one once they have killed him. He used the BKB before his Aegis. Can they do it a second time? Miracle now starting to back off. There's the lead in from Zai. Rolling Thunder catches GH. They get Kuro as well. GH buys back immediately. As Liquid will now try and push them back. The tier 3 falls. On the retreat, they will manage to push Secret back and out of there, but they do again lose a tier 3 tower.
I'm surprised he didn't get the cheese off there. He got the BKB up, but wasn't able to actually get the cheese. Just a little bit too much damage coming in. Great jump by Liquid, though, just catching him off guard before he's able to get it. They still have their Black Hole available, too. It's just the Echo Slam they had to use, as well as that Static Storm. But Secret, they back up, wait for the TA to respond, and they still have the lane pressure coming out. Liquid just still kind of trapped in their base. It's just Miracle who can come out and get any type of farm. But it's not the same. Your anti-mage does not want to be at this point. You want to be ahead of both the TA and that Sven. They both have such a net worth advantage over you. Fights are so difficult to take for Liquid.
And of course, you know, sure, they do kill him, but it does mean that Mid-1 has the cheese for the next push still.
Yeah.
Nisha still has the Aegis.
And now they don't have to worry about the Echo Slam. Just having to worry about that Black Hole Static Storm in 10 seconds now.
Secret.
How many shrapnel charges? We have only one shrapnel charge left as well for Matumbaman. He's holding on to it as much as possible for that high ground defense.
How can they make it? Mid-1 is in! He's on top of Kuro. Kuro does get the Static Storm off in time. Another stun being laid down now. Mid-1 gets the chance to put the BKB. Mind Control's in! He gets the 2-man Black Hole! They managed to kill off Mid-1. Can they get anything more? The 3 in the walk into with the rolling thunder there from Zai as they roll through. Swashbuckle onto Matumbaman. Miracle is dead. Buys back Kuro back to base. Matumbaman is still alive as well.
Yapsor still has the Black Hole stolen as well.
Nisha is back in. Triple kill. Jumps in on top of the sniper. Matu dead. 3 gone on Liquid. Only Miracle and Kuro left alive for the whole. Yapsor's in! The Yap hole! He's got the control! Miracle, the last one left alive! Manta's pop, he's now been silenced! The lucky shot's there! Miracle's dead! They'll take the top rank! They'll take the game! They'll take the series! Team Secret have done it! 3-1! Your major champions!
absolutely relentless. They just didn't give any breathing room to Liquid at all. And we saw it in this series. It seemed like whichever team came ahead out of